Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shall
let's
we
actually
begin?
play.
Let's play. Let's get ourselves. Let's save Braila.
Right.
Okay.
Jenny, would you like to do a recap?
I can do. Okay, so last time we went into a very haunted mansion. We de-hauntified it, fighting a thing. I can't remember what it was called, but it was topless and had 4 arms and a sword in every single one of them.
And sure it's not.
We were then, as we were leaving, confronted by Merkel and Caine Blackhart I's ghost. Caine Blackhart told us not to give the dagger, his dagger, which we found, to his family. He was very nice. I asked about where his sword was, because his family's looking for it, and he said it's with Traveller in Drowhold, who is a person of interest we wanted to see anyway. And if we show Traveller the dagger, he'll know we're friends. Merkel then spoke with us, Roberto and Zed specifically, telling them that they are Oathbreakers. Zed then gave us all a whole bunch of backstory, which I have written down, but I'm not going to recount all of it here.
It's fine.
Suffice to say that Zed, I personally don't think Zed has done anything wrong, but he clearly thinks he has. And Roberto, we think the thing you did was break the promise to your mother. We then decided to take a rest in the haunted mansion. I got some work done on something I'm working on and wrote some letters. And I also did say with Cal just afterwards, I've sent a couple of the valuable items we've found in our travels home with the kobolds, because it seemed safer to have it with them than having it travelling around with us. I think that's everything. Have I missed anything there, GM?
No, not in terms of story recap. Just I always like doing this at the end of any dungeon run. Things that you may have... You only missed one thing in the dungeon run. And that was... Do you remember the ballroom with the dancing ghosts?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes.
If you had decided to dance in that room, or play any music in that room, the entire party would have gained the benefit of a long rest.
So it wasn't a dangerous room then?
No.
Right, shall we redo the dungeon, everybody, and leave out the boss?
Unfortunately, by the time that you guys had finished, the ghosts of the dancers had passed on.
Yay, we exercised them.
Yes.
Oh, well.
Right, so, letters being sent, thank you.
As soon as you said that.
I sent those with the kobolds and a couple of other things.
Yes, which I do have written down. And, Zed, you also sent a letter home as well, didn't you?
I sent 2 letters to Gestalt.
You did?
I would like to, if I may, try and get up fairly early, go to whichever room Roberto is sleeping in and knock on the door.
You were all staying in the same room because the other 2 rooms, one had bones and blood pouring down its wall.
Right, so we didn't want to sleep in
other
there.
bedroom, the bed had been chained to the floor in some kind of weird ritual to Loviatra, the Queen of Bane. The 3rd room was still very nice and very pleasant.
So that's when we sleep.
Just a bit musty.
Yeah.
In which case I would like to basically wake up and basically wake Roberto and ask him to come with me a moment, if that is okay.
Okay, could Zed and Narlock give me perception checks to see if they notice Celadine and Roberto leaving?
I don't.
I will say the only reason that I've not written a letter yet is I've not had a night or a time where I'm not forging papers.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Yes.
Remember,
No,
Zed,
I don't
you have
see.
advantage.
Don't know this.
Zed's too busy using Tibbles as a pillow.
Rolled a 4 plus 4. Got it.
Okay, you 2 don't notice.
Roberto, come with me, okay?
Does Tibbles get a look?
You said you were using him as a pillow, so no.
It's more like he's lying on the floor on my head, and I'm just sufficiently curled around my head.
Basically, you had the option of giving advantage, but because roleplay wise, you said that situation, you've basically foregone it for story reasons.
I will drag Roboto out into the hallway.
Okay.
Right. You can do a thing where you destroy magical items, can't you?
Yeah. Oh God, sorry. It's very early. What time is it?
Would I know?
Neither of you two would know.
Okay.
The sun is just starting to crest.
I don't know. Dawn, probably.
Right.
I'm sorry, I wouldn't normally wake you. It's just... Look, there's two things in the bag of holding I think we should just get rid of, and I don't want it to be up for debate because I don't like either of these things.
Okay.
There's a cursed cloak and that deck of cards.
Oh.
The deck of many things.
Yes, that. Definitely that one, yeah. What's up with the cloak?
I can only tell it's cursed. I can't tell how it's cursed.
Okay, well, if that means bad news, then... Ooh.
I just think let's get rid of them.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, excuse me.
They're more beneficial to us gone.
Yeah, it took me a little while to get the ritual set up, but...
So, to destroy each item, it takes 1 hour. Performing the ritual that Rugsmag taught you using the dagger, the mixture of salt, going through the whole process of destroying a magical artifact down to its core form. During that time, I would say that Narlock and Zed will have woken up. When you two wake up, you are alone in the bedroom.
Okay.
So you want to make breakfast? Smell anything? Hopefully they haven't been dragged away by bone then.
Starting on.
I'm going to start with the deck of many things.
Okay. Okay.
Do I hear Narlock calling out there?
You give me a perception check, and you two both give me constitution checks.
It's 4 now, hooray.
12. 15.
Okay. You're about 50 minutes through your ritual. You only 10 more minutes to destroy the deck of many things.
Okay.
Okay. You do hear Narlock shouting.
It's all right. We're just outside. We're Oh God, what are we doing? Thought we heard a noise. Think it was rats.
Give me a deception check. At disadvantage.
I don't have a deception skill.
So roll at disadvantage.
Yeah, that seems fair.
So I currently can't help, I'm concentrating.
That's a 3.
Okay.
It wasn't a good lie. So.
Narlock, you are particularly versed in spotting lies due to your background. Can you give me a wisdom check with advantage?
That was a whopper.
To be honest, actually, Zed, you can as well because you heard that, and both of you with advantage.
13? 23.
Saladin is lying for some reason about rats.
That's... She's... Someone's telling porkies.
Celadine, I'm not gonna lie, because it's very obvious that you are, but I
mean, you guys can leave the room and see what's going on.
It's only in the hall.
Yeah, they only did this.
You know what? Yeah, we look at and see what's going on.
You find Roboto stood in a circle that he's etched into the floor and then sprinkled with salt. You've seen him do this ritual before to break magic items. And in the middle of the circle you see the deck of many things.
Is that my deck or is that your deck?
It's the one we found. Look, please don't be angry. Or be angry, I don't know. It's too late now to turn it back, isn't it?
This...
You can't reply.
Oh, yeah.
You reply, you have to start again.
Never mind, he doesn't reply.
It's not. I searched my pocket. Do I still have my deck of?
Yeah, you have your deck of things.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I don't care then what happens to them ones.
It's that deck of cards we found. I've read about it. It can do really terrible things, and I just thought let's get rid of it before the temptation. I didn't like the thought of that kind of temptation.
So, deck of many things is different from deck of random items.
Deck of many things, basically. It can bring you riches, or it can send your soul off to another dimension, never to return.
Pull
Shit,
one card
right,
so we know Satan's angry at you now.
Yep.
Okay, destroyed.
I mean, other things that do occur with the deck of many things in first edition include you suddenly gain 100,000 experience points, or you own a castle.
Yes, but one of them is definitely, by the way, now Satan is angry at you.
And that's not even considered one of the two bad cards. One of the bad cards is just dead. No saves, dead.
Just for the sense of fun, how would we have drawn a card? Just for the. Would it have brought
a random table in the Dungeon Master's Guide? So, I think it's a 2d12 roll.
So, for the sense of fun, should we all do a roll and see what we would have got?
I would have rolled 17.
Pardon?
Out of RP.
Out of RP, obviously.
Okay, so I assume the entire table is okay with Roboto destroying the deck of many things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, no worries then.
Can I finally stab it?
Yeah, you stab it.
By finding out.
Right, so what am I rolling out of RP?
Just give me one moment to get to the deck of many things in here.
If you're right and it's 2d12, that's not good for me.
It's completely random. They are not in any kind of order. It's not like... That's what makes the deck of many things such a difficult thing.
Okay.
Here we go. Where is the deck of many things? It's in miscellaneous, I know that.
Yeah, I'm thinking let's just get rid of that right now.
Things...
Because it should be worth a fair old amount of EXP.
Yeah. Okay. 22. So... Yep, that'd be 2d12. And then -1, yeah. Okay, so Narlock got 17 minus 1, 16.
Yep.
So -1.
You would have got balance. Change alignment or be judged.
I got the exact same thing. 17.
So, yeah, okay, so you would have to change your alignment.
2 12, so -1.
So 23. Oh shit, you would have got Donjon.
Which is Donjon.
You're imprisoned.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's one of the two bad ones.
Oh, okay.
That's one of the ones that if you draw that, the deck disappears.
18.
18. The Jester. Gain 10,000 experience points or 2 more draws from the deck.
Oh.
I would have taken the experience.
You have to re-roll that 17 now, think about it.
Why's that?
Because the balance was already drawn.
So, re-rolling 13 minus 1, 12.
Talons or magical items you possess are torn from you.
Oh, fuck no!
Celadine loses all her magical items. Roberto gets sent to another dimension imprisoned. Narlock has to become a good guy. And Zed just gets better.
Zed literally almost ascends because I'm thinking that 10,000 was that how much experience was that? 10,000.
10,000.
That would have put me up at least another level, wouldn't it?
No, I checked how much you'd need to level up. You are 105,000 experience points from getting to level 9.
So basically it would have been worthless.
Yeah.
Well, in any case, the dagger's just gone through it. The cards are now smouldering.
Yeah, the particles, as soon as the dagger hits the fur wrapping of the deck of cards, just shards of magic shoot out, shattering the windows. Somewhere else in Thalrind, within the next 24 hours, the deck of many things will reform, but it is no longer in your possession, and it may not even be on this continent.
Yep.
Alright. That's what?
Okay, that's whatever that thing was gone.
I'll tell you what, Roberta, there's still the cloak to do. I'll go make breakfast, shall I?
That would be wonderful if I work on this and then breakfast after.
Absolutely.
What is wrong with the cloak?
I don't know, I just know it's cursed.
So I'm getting this slight uncomfortable sensation being around this cloak.
I know it's cursed, but I can't tell you how it's cursed.
I mean, you have a percentile check to find out what kind of thing
Alright.
the thing is. So make a percentile check for me,
Okay.
due to the Oriental barbarian background.
Yeah, it's a 16.
It's a cloak of poison. Anyone who wears it instantly is slowly being poisoned to death.
Right, 17 is definitely right on this one. This is actually a cloak of poisoning. Whoever puts it on will experience poisoning. It will be slow, unpleasant, and downright horrible. This thing needs to be destroyed. How did I manage to find this out?
So unpleasant and downright. No, not jumping on it.
The only...
Quiet. Or if there's someone we really, really don't like, we can switch out their cloak for that one.
Yeah. Or...
If you ever see that asshole who who we threw off the wagon.
You poor sir, let me wrap this cloak round you. You must be freezing. You're not looking too good, sir.
Yeah.
Alright,
Someone tells me that doesn't sit right with Celadine.
it doesn't seem very... You know what my opinion is? I want it destroyed. It doesn't seem like a good thing to have. If one of you two wants to carry it for that, I can't stop you.
I don't want it. It's unnatural.
The benefit of destroying it is any of the powers that are removed from it, we actually benefit from it, so we do get a bit extra strength.
75 to 25, 3 to 1. Destroyed.
Okay. So, for the next hour, you perform the ritual while Celadine prepares breakfast.
In the kitchen that had that horrible skeleton thing.
Yeah.
Well, the place is free now, isn't it? And just to make sure I did my ritual last night, where I basically burnt sage in every room.
Yeah, and yeah, the place is free of ghosts and ghoulies and other things.
And boglins.
Exactly, and mostly demons.
Mostly demons.
Mostly demons. Okay. What do you prepare for the party while Roberto is concluding the ritual to destroy the cloak of poison?
I seem to recall that we didn't actually find any food in here that was still edible, so I guess it's rations. I might just try and rehydrate some of the rations into a bit of a stew, since we've got an hour.
Either that or you're going to touch your necklace and get Uber Eats.
Ooh. I don't want to take food, I could though.
Yeah.
I could ask them. Oh, sod it, yeah, go on then.
Okay, after about a few moments of waiting, there's a knock at the window pane at the kitchen.
Just peek out.
Hi!
Oh, hi!
It's a copper kobold.
Hi, little guy. You don't happen to have any friends around here who've done a little bit of hunting, do you?
Look at Mr. Lee!
Yes, please.
Okay, give us 10 minutes!
Alright, you can share if you'd like.
Right!
Yay! I'll get the fire going, because whatever they bring is going to be, very recently dead. So.
Within about 10 minutes...
They bring back a little dead baby bunny. Sorry.
Other than that one, I'll do it.
It's a McCobbold.
Don't give me ideas. You know not to give me ideas, especially...
I'm sorry, I'll be good.
Just imagine he comes back and they've got another kobold with them. It's got a little mustache. Oh, I can cook for you.
Oh my god, wearing a little hat! A little tiny chef's hat. Sorry, they're so cute.
They are adorable. Okay, after about 10 minutes, the kobolds don't really bring back much in the way of hunted game. They do have some... Not actually. They bring back a long string of sausages, some fresh bread, and a block of cheese.
If that's the case, well, when they went out hunting, can I go out as well? I mean, Lord of the Hunt? Maybe I can pull something together.
Okay, give me a survival check at advantage.
Bag of traps.
What?
Bag of traps.
I don't need those.
Okay.
He's got
okay.
his dog.
He does, yeah. Okay. Give me survival advantage and then an animal handling check, because I assume you don't have a bow or crossbow to go hunting.
Yes, a Tibbles.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't want to be able to get something a dog can take down.
He'll throw Tibbles.
Thank you.
So a neighbour's dog started barking at
Get a crossbow, 5 bolts. Make the most of it, don't break it.
Wait, you've got a crossbow?
Yeah, a crossbow.
I wish you'd said that. You know, in the bag of holding, we've got some crossbow bolts.
I know, I haven't used them because I've got 38 on me. If I carry any more, it'll start getting towards too much weight.
Okay.
So I'll just fill them up as I need them.
Okay. All right. I don't need to transfer this. This I can use.
Okay. So yeah, give me your survival check advantage.
Survival.
If
Another survival.
Okay, give me a checked advantage.
Is it going off wisdom or?
Oh yeah, wisdom.
If it's going off wisdom, that's cacked. Okay, it's non-natural 20.
Okay. Now give me an animal handling check and then a 2-hit check.
Animal handling is 8 and 2 hit is with it's dexterity, isn't it, for a cross?
Just give me the number.
16.
Okay. Okay. Between you and Tibbles, you are able to bring down a middling to late aged elk. Already very injured when you hit it.
Yeah.
From what you know about elk, especially, it's going to be quite tough. So it'll be good in a stew, but it'll take some processing.
Right, we're supposed to be pretending to be hunters anyway.
I say in a kind of offering to Fenris, I cut a small sum off, and since there isn't a shrine nearby, would I bury it or something and just?
With it being Fenris Sulfur, you would cut a chunk off, do a short prayer, and then you would basically throw it as far as you can.
Yeah. And I say, stay.
Yeah. Give me an animal handling check.
Well, that's better. Non-natural 20.
Hey.
Tibble stays, lets out a small whine of like fresh meat, but then sees the rest of the elk sitting there and is like, alright, fair enough. And then give me a throw check.
Standard dexterity. But this is what it does, guys. That's 9. I'm not. I swing swords, not throw darts.
Yeah, you managed to throw the chunk of meat about 20 feet.
That's still not bad then.
It is not bad. Not great.
I was kind of picturing he would throw it towards the road, and it would land splat on a guard's helmet. I imagine if that was the case, because they don't get fresh meat like that often, he would just take it and be like, "Oh, it's a gift from Bane."
If he'd rolled lower, probably.
Oh god, but I thought if it was in that one, he throws and it just drops.
Yeah.
And then Tip was like,
Okay. Could you give me another survival check, just to see how you do with, like, collecting meat, taking the fur, the antlers?
Survive. Okay, that is 15.
You're able to get the pelt, absolutely no problem. The meat, you're not really sure about some parts of it, so the bits you're not sure about you kind of leave for scavengers, just as an additional offering to the nature gods. But in terms of the antlers, you're able to get one. Unfortunately, the one kind of snaps as you go. So you've got like 1.5 antlers from an elk, and I'd say about 10 pounds of meat.
1.5 antlers. They're good because deer antlers are used in medicine and also spell components.
Oh, I think they are as well, yeah.
And these are elk antlers, so they're massive.
Yeah.
So,
I'll
in
add
terms
that
of
to the cart inventory.
okay. Heading
yeah.
back, you arrive in time for, I assume, sausage sandwiches. Your ritual is concluded. You destroy the cloak.
Oh, that sounds good.
There's enough for some things to prepare later and also to pay for our friend's services.
Oh, good. Ooh,
I
wow.
take one of my bottles of wine from the bag of holding and give it to Roberto because you have to have so much alcohol a day, don't you?
Roberto?
Not at this point. No, that was Barnabas.
Barnabas, sorry.
But well remembered.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
You had to drink so much alcohol a day, otherwise you couldn't function.
But I certainly wouldn't turn down any bottle of wine there, Nala. But maybe.
Yeah. There you go.
I return your crossbow.
He did use all the bolts.
That's fine. It was only 5. I'll just have to adjust that here.
The bolts that are in the bag of holding are +2 bolts. And there are 13.
Oh,
Nice.
There are 13 bolts that are +2.
I'll get rid of these ones first, or I'll
Sure.
switch out if I think I'll need them. I've also got 10 super bolts that do +3 damage. So we've got those 10 ones that I could save for like a big boss. Those other ones we could save for a dungeon, and then these regular ones we'll just use for the hunt.
But tell you what, do you want these 13 and put them in your bag of holding then? 'Cause otherwise I've got them in mine, and that seems a bit stupid because I can't use a crossbow.
Yeah, that's fine. I've already got my silver ones in my bag as well.
So that's 13 bolts that are +2.
Okay.
So
And I'm making up some sausage and cheese sandwiches and giving the cobbled tidbits off of it as
Yeah,
I'm
they're
cooking.
very happy with this. To be honest, they're actually cooking some meat in the fire as well, some of the meat that Zed's given to them.
I'm going to find the copper one that came when I called it and pat it on the head and give it a nice sausage. Oh, thank you! They're so cute.
so
I just want a little bit of cheese as well. I'm like,
Drowhold.
Thanks! Okay, so yeah, you guys are making your way to Drowhold. Zed, if you were to check your pocket watch at the moment, you would see that it's about 9 o'clock in the morning.
Didn't take as long as I thought it would. Very early bird day, guys.
Well, it seemed like a good idea to get up early. I don't think any of us really want to stay in this mansion very much longer.
There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it now. If anything, if anything, the kobolds can probably use it as a station in Braila once this day of horror is over.
Oh yeah.
it just troubles me about how so many skeletons ended up here in the first place, and then that thing around the kitchen. It's left a very bad impression on me, so personally I'd like to leave as soon as possible.
Well, it's been the place has been purified now.
Oh yeah, it's the memories I've got to carry.
If we're heading out, en route, I had a letter from Lana a few days ago. I meant to actually tell you all. Lana says, in her experience, she thinks we've got until a certain date, and that's when the... No, hang on. Let me get this right.
Fault.
She thinks that Deus Vault will have to happen sometime in the 11th month. Is that right?
Yeah.
She thinks it will happen sometime in the 11th month. We're in the 8th month at the moment, but she says it could be any time from now until then. She also says that she will be in Los Wolf until the 10th month, at which point she's leaving because she can't risk it any longer than that.
Wow.
So remember where... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we've only got two, potentially 3 more places to visit.
Yes. But now we can. Actually, we talked about this the other day. We said that we can now tell everyone to get to Lostwolf and wait on the beaches, and Lana will be doing runs back and forth to get people to the ships that Lawmaster Jacobs has provided.
Yeah, and we've already instructed the kobolds to return to the places we've been to spread the word.
Mm-hmm.
It's just to confirm with what Lana said about Deus Vult, because even when I was playing music in the last settlement we were in, some of the talk amongst some of the patrons there was that there's news a possible Deus Vult could happen, but there was no specific date. So we should keep our wits about us right now in case if anything happens. All that I know is they've got to wait for the signal from their High Commander. I believe it's Samson.
Yeah, I told her about that as well. That High Commander Samson's in Braila.
He's in the capital. So looking at the map, we've got Drowhold first. Then there's the there's is it Lestal?
It's there's Lostwolf and Ambestrum, I think.
Yeah.
And is Ambestrum, is that the one that's on the other side of the river near the
What river?
There's a river out of Braila, isn't there, that heads to the coast?
There's no rivers in Braila.
Hold on, I've got the map here. I'll resend it to the group.
Yeah, because there's that was the place that would allow us into the city of Braila. It's kind of a covert entrance, isn't it? I got a vision of it.
Oh, there's a sewer pipe thing.
Okay, I know what you're talking about there, and
there we go. I've resent the map to the group.
Thank you.
According to what I can see here, we've got Drowhold. Then, if we're going via the coastline, we've got Hanfestrum and Lostwolf, and then Braila in the middle. It depends when we want to do Braila.
Okay, yeah, it's Lostwolf that's got the secret entrance.
Has it?
Give me a wisdom check on that, Nick.
That's 10.
As far as you know, there's a secret route into Braila from Lostwolf.
Is that a forested region that's between Drowhold and Hansford? Is that a mountainous range?
So there's a mountain range that separates into what is known as the Ursine Oak, which is the forest in the south. I do have an updated map I will send to everyone at some point. Yeah.
Yeah, that is
Is there another camp to stop at then on the way here at the fork in the road?
Yeah, so that's another guard posting.
Yeah.
It's okay if we say we're riding and talking, so we're on route as
Absolutely,
we're going.
It's 5 days to Drowhold from where you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still got 3 months. Well, we still got about 3 months. I still have a couple of large opportunities to speak to Fenris as well to confirm things.
Yep, you absolutely do.
And I say at night I'll continue doing like trancing prayers to see if I could just to get clearer pictures, not forcing it all in one go, getting it gradually.
Yeah, absolutely, no problem.
I will be taking patches off of my robe of many items to fill up the cart inventory to make it really look like we're traders.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Cynthia, look, antlers!
Oh, brilliant! Now we really do look like we're actually hunters.
That's quite impressive. Blimey, that must have been quite
Just an elk.
a big elk. Well done.
Brilliant. No, it actually genuinely does look like we're just traders. Okay. So you say
Send you a message, Cal.
I've got it.
it's going to be 5 days, did you say?
Yes, it'll be 5 days to Drowhold.
Probably at this point going to start pondering on about what exactly do I need to do for forgiveness and who actually do I need to speak to.
Have you anything planned for those 5 days, or no? Just so
There
that
will be things
Okay.
happening. Chris, just to let you know, my tablet's acting up at the moment, so I can't reply to you. I will send a reply as soon as I can, yeah?
That's no problem. It's just the letter back to Rachel.
Yeah, it might just take a bit long. What I'll say is, because you're sending the letter now, you will get a reply probably a bit later than the rest of them.
That's fine. No, it's not one I expect a reply from. Exactly. So it's just keeping her in the loop of things.
Absolutely.
Reassurance, essentially. So even if you respond to me by the time we go to our next session on Tuesday, that's fine.
Great, no problem then. Okay.
Quick theory. Do you want to continue this next Tuesday, or are we going back to Barovia?
I don't mind one way or the other, to be honest. Because what I'd say is whichever one we run next week, we'll do a live session of the other one when you guys come down.
If we do Barovia then, and then we'll have all the stuff for doing this session.
Yeah, we'll do the live. You do your session live because obviously your place, your castle, your kingdom.
That's probably a bit easy because it means you don't need to bring your laptop down then to record it with. We can just record it using Dudley's laptop. Is okay with that?
Yeah, no problem.
Cool.
Okay.
Just so we get the 2-point perspective.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
I think I've just done the calculations right for how much of the stuff off my
Fantastic.
robe goes into that, so that's that.
Okay, so during those 5 days, on the 3rd day of the journey, some kobolds arrive with letters and a sack for Celadine and 2 letters for Roberto. There is also a letter for Zed.
Okay.
To read these.
Talking about my moment.
Read them now, no problem.
Like,
That's
yeah,
the contents of the sack.
I'll get some scraps as well to the kobolds.
Yep, they're really happy with that.
I think it's on.
Oh yes, it's up in the bedroom.
Oh, this is the one I wanted to find Lana. Whew!
I'm also going to get this sent. Yeah, sorry, Chris. My tab. I'd set up the send message to Nick earlier, which is why it's okay. But for some reason, it's not letting me type a reply to you at the moment. So I'll do a reply to you after the session. Yeah.
Oh!
Oh,
dear.
This is fine.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
You're more than welcome to read it to the party.
Well, this is from Lana here. The big thing that's jumping out at me. There's 2 things. She's got a letter here that she's sent me she sent me a copy of a letter that Captain Ruggersmalg got. She says here, tell people to be in Losvolf and on the beaches at night. If I'm right, even the Avenging Angels won't see our longboats. We'll start as of Elient, which is the 9th month. This is the letter that Captain Ruggersmalg has received, and you will all want to listen to this. Ruggersmalg, the Crusader is fucking nuts, and Braila is fucked. I've already sent word to Angie. Hopefully I won't see your old bones on the waves, but by Umberlee's blessing, the evacuation will be smooth. It's another 100 years of service, but I think I can manage that. Hold strong, you stubborn old goat. A. There's only one person I know of who would write to Ruggersmalg and sign off with A. And who's associated with Umberlee.
Saladin, did you say that you've been in contact with Ruggersmalg?
Yes.
I've received something from
I've
him as
got a
well.
letter that Lana sent that has been sent to Ruggersmalg as well.
Right. Well, something I'd like to draw to the party as well. Might also be a good idea to visit Hanfestrum, if we can. Ruggersmalg's just notified me of a house there. Really big place. Find somebody called Angelina, I believe. Get her out for him. Right, so...
I've already sent word to Angie.
Oh,
Angelina, maybe.
might be the same person. So we might have a bit of a rescue mission on our hands, everybody.
I think this letter's from Apala. Captain Apala.
You think?
This is the one that was sent to Ruggersmalg and Lana sent me a copy of. it makes a lot of reference to being... It sounds friendly. We know that Apala was friends with Rugsmalg, right?
They had a disagreement when Apala started using necromancy on the waves, but otherwise they had a very good working relationship.
Oh, yes, the one who set up that lovely little trap for us in that cabin.
Sorry.
One of me gonna be...
Hmm?
Oh, sorry.
I said sorry because in that room I was the one who took the gold from the chests that got us all attacked.
Yep.
So, sorry, what are you saying?
This one says, long-time lad, Lana and me gonna be off the coast in a few weeks, but I've got a favour to ask. In Hanfestrum there...
Can you speak up, please?
Sorry.
So the mic can pick it up.
So, long-time lad, Lana and me gonna be off the coast in a few weeks, but I've got a favour to ask. In Hanfestrum, there'll be a house, big place, find Angelina, get her out for me, Rugsmalg. But, what do you think?
I think... Yeah. I've already sent word to Angie. I think... Does this mean Apala's helping us then? Because it says here, by Umberlee's blessing, the evacuation will be smooth. Does that mean Apala's helping us with the evacuation?
Zed, could you give me a history check really quick?
I don't have history, so it'd be 7.
Your tribe went by Hanfestrum quite often, and you know the trade there was fairly okay. They were quite happy to do pelts for fish, basically, but you never really went into the town.
I don't know too much about the area. It used to be the last stop on our circuit before we turned back.
This is...
The thing is, the details are vague. It's just, there'd be a house, big place, but there could be several big houses.
We can still look into it for him, and Hanfestrum should be fairly easy to get to Lost Wolf. It doesn't look that far on the map.
It's the next town.
The thing is, Apala decided to help us, but we confronted him before, didn't we? And things didn't go so smoothly for him. We were enemies at that point.
Did we attack Apala?
Hmm?
It wasn't Apala that we faced in Dale.
Yep.
Oh.
And Narlock cast the best spell ever, Gun.
Yep, because his this is he was like, "Fuck you guys!"
What?
Why would he be helping us?
Is it the he or the she?
He.
No, Apollo's the he.
There was a woman, Dava. There was a woman with him, Dava, and there was the captain, not the captain of the guards, was that guardswoman, Alina?
Yeah.
Alina.
Who are all connected to Scora.
Yeah.
Why would he be helping us?
Well, we know that, what is it, dark, tall and scary.
Tall, dark, and scary.
You know, if only I observed Rugsmalg's documents when I had training with him, because I would have been able to recognise if the signature was his or not.
Give me a history check.
And
You
the
spent time with
information,
him, so.
the information does match up what Lana's got sent me, so...
I think that might be just a straightforward roll.
He doesn't want to be a part of this fight, does he?
But
9.
family.
He respects family and that, but I don't think this is actually his dealing.
Maybe it's a bit of a peace offering?
He's already done that with the Hydra before, it could be.
Making it clear he doesn't want any more people to die. Okay, let me just write down some information here. So, Rugsmalg and Lana will be in Los Wolf as of the 9th month. So, as of next month.
It just says Lana moved on off the coast in a few weeks.
Which would match up to next month. We're on the 13th now.
Just nip into the bathroom quickly as well.
Okay. Lana as Rugsmalg as of next month. They want us to get someone called Angie out of Hanfestrum.
Yeah, just this house, big place. But But why would it just be big house? Surely there'd be a little bit more info in there.
I mean, was Rugsmeld the sort of person who gave you a lot of details, in fairness?
Well, he taught me sort of like the new style of combat I've learned very well, because he taught all that to Lana. Would Lana know anything about this, Angie?
I don't know. I can write to her and ask if she knows who Angie is.
You could do.
Let's get Angie out. Oh.
Because if this is really Rugsmeld, Angie is obviously a former accomplice, but he's never mentioned her, well, to me, when I was training under him. All I ever learned was some of the bits he taught Lana.
It might have been very private, but
Yeah.
look, we can definitely look into it. If what we can do, we can go there, ask, is there someone called Angie who lives in one of the big houses? If so, we know the information's accurate.
Yeah.
Okay, that's from parents and Angie, so I can read that later. That's from Sargoria, I can read that one later. The great big long one's from White Band.
Yeah.
Aww. Aww.
Oh. Oh, is Celadine blushing?
Yeah, she's blushing.
And just kind of look at Tibble just like, he's move operator.
Until he turns into a black one from a 1980s sitcom.
Yeah, it's a new edition of
Did you get to the section of the contents?
Not well. Whereabouts is that? Because I'm having to speed read it here.
I'll point it out to you just because it's...
What page is it?
Be on the second page.
He's written a 3-page letter.
I love you, I love you, I love you.
P.S. Brainvalve says hi. He didn't really, but I wanted to be polite.
That's of my own from the heart flow.
Sorry.
Um,
Yeah, the entire party, while Celadine's reading the letter from White Band, is seeing her go cherrier and cherrier red.
So,
he's learning how to write really well. His handwriting's improving. That's all.
Everyone's give a deception check.
Yeah.
Sorry, a insight.
Inside.
I wonder if he's learning from your dad.
Hang on, are we all rolling perception?
If you want to, insight.
+8. No, sorry, 8. Little change dice.
Do I have insight?
13.
Oh, I do have insight. $14.
There's probably some content of the letter that's making her quite happy. That sound up there? Okay. Did you read that section, by the way?
Yes, I did. Guys.
It's thorny, but it should be fine.
Guys, there's actually some presents for us here as well.
What?
Celadine opens up the sack and takes out. Oh god, there's a lot of stuff in here.
Have trouble with my handwriting. Happy to.
No, I can read your handwriting. Who wants their present first?
What?
Ladies first?
Yeah.
Okay. Celadine pulls out a blue and gold cloak with a hood and sapphire clasp on it, and a small matching one about weasel-sized with a diamond clasp.
What?
Very high quality.
I think he's worried that we're going to get cold.
It is coming into the winter months.
That's unbelievably generous and... What?
That is amazing.
So, there's stuff in here for you guys as well.
Okay.
Really?
Nala?
Yeah, go on, lay it on me.
Narlock, she reaches and takes out, I think I've got this right, a black and grey cloak with a attached face mask.
So it's one of those hooded ones that then has like a scarf that you can pull up over your nose.
Ooh.
The internal is silk, so it feels very nice, very comfortable. But the outside is waxed leather, so it's waterproof.
It's velour.
Not
How
bullet.
does one keep himself hidden from people that are trying to spot him in the middle of the night?
It's your typical thief.
Exquisite quality.
Very high quality. As I said, it's waxed leather on the outside, so it's completely waterproof.
Can I attempt to see if any of these have any enchantments on? Magic?
Yeah, give me a percentile check.
Can I try on both those? See if
Just
I
give me a
can
percentile check. It's like an area effect.
Okay. No, 81.
You have no idea.
What was he trying to do?
See if they were magic.
Oh right, yeah.
That's just very nice.
So, who next? Out of the three of you?
Roberta?
There's still three of you left. Tibble.
Three? Oh, there's even one for Tibbles, is there? Oh.
I say do Zed and Tibbles.
Is that alright with you?
Alright.
There is a wolf fur-lined grey cloak for Zed. And for Tibbles, there is a wool with waxed leather for waterproofing.
Yep.
Doggy jacket. It's so nice! And for Roberto, we have a red cloak with a detachable hood and a harmonica pocket.
It is harmonica that you keep on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
You dark horse, you white man. What? It's like the perfect shade of red. The pocket. Just literally put it on. I'm just like, you didn't have to do all this.
Right, so if you want to read those just while there are a few more bits on the way to Drowhold.
Yes, should I just write a skipped days thing here?
To be honest, yeah, you'll arrive in
13th.
Drowhold on the 18th.
Hmm?
Is this cloak a replacement for my current cloak?
Yes.
Is it? Oh, he must have spoken to Gestalt to make this. It was perfect.
I tried to find it.
I'll keep the old one because I might potentially be able to make a hood out of it.
Yep, absolutely.
I shall likewise keep my cloak because that's going to come in handy for sneak. But I'm going to wear this one for now.
Oh, are you talking about your Cloak of the Shadows?
Yeah.
You can wear that over one of these cloaks.
This is more of a woolly undercloak.
This is like traveller's clothes. This is good quality traveller's clothes. What?
Do you see how perfectly this harmonica fits in the pocket?
It does.
Anyway, yeah, still keeping the old cloak.
Okay, who wants to help me put this on Tibbles?
I put the one on Measley whether he likes it or not, so...
He let you.
Yours has got a diamond clasp, that means he likes you best.
Not bothered, but seemingly happier than he has been with other things you've put on him.
So he likes this rather better than the paper hat and the rubber ring.
And the ribbon. Zed, Tibbles is quite happy to have the coat put on him. You remember last time he got dressed up, you put the diamond collar on him? He's very happy for this level of finery.
Wow, I've got a vain wolf.
Got a Georgette wolf.
Just a little something in story wise because I've never. It's something I'm just actually thinking with Narlock has never happened. He has never been given a gift before.
Aww.
Yeah.
Think about it. All the things he's got, he's either earned them, or they were given as reward, or he stole them, or he took them as loot. He's never been given a gift.
It's literally just this and a dagger that Celadine got you at the start of the campaign, but that was at the start of the campaign, and that's...
It's sort of tainted, isn't
To be
it?
honest, that's kind of equipment. It's not really just something nice to own.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
This is the first. It's just like, so what do I do now? And I'm giving gifts, but like, do I give them back or?
I don't think he wants anything in return.
Did you just say you've never been given a present before, Narlock?
That liqueur isn't known for its generosity.
With that, I reach into my pocket, I pull out one of the gold rings that I've been keeping in my inventory, because I think...
I gave you a gift. I gave you that ring.
You did.
Yeah, and I also give Narlock a ring, so that's a present from me.
Actually, yeah, you'll need a matching one if you're going to give that ruby one to Rachel.
Narlock does not know what to do. Processing.
Processing, don't cry, don't tear up, don't lose face.
What error has occurred?
It's at that point where I just hug Narlock, and just hug him, and I'm like, proper select friend pat.
Yeah, except with him, you're basically just patting under his ass.
Right.
You're very small.
Yeah. About 3'4", so I just sort of hug his legs, pat under the butt cheek. Yeah.
Is it nice when it feels like to do good things?
It's nice.
Yeah, you should do it more often.
Yeah, I haven't felt like this since I had Helm last show up to me.
Right. I'm going to go out and get the horses hitched up.
Okay. The continuation of this journey is uneventful, for the most part. There is one evening for a few of you, actually. I will start with Zed. Going into the trance, over the last few nights due to sleeping out under the moon, and now that you have the eye of the entirety of the Lunar Pantheon, you have been able to follow that dream for about 2 nights in a row. You're basically able to have the exact same dream again. And looking at it from what you recall of Lostvolf, this is not Lostvolf that Fenris was walking through. Either side of shops, it's a massively built-up city as he enters the sewers. And during the dreams you recall snippets of information, remembering that people have told you in the past that Fenris Sulfur's body, from when he was Fenris, is beneath the city of Braila itself. This dream that you keep having, you start thinking this is most likely the last day of Fenris's life before whatever imprisoned him, allowing his soul to take on the quasi-deity form of Fenris Sulfur.
Okay, I don't speak too much about that to anyone else because I feel like it's just meant to be for me. But I do reveal that I now know that it's in the sewers under Braila, so it's not in Lost Soul.
That's where Fenris Sulfur's being kept, right?
Yes.
Right. That's... I suppose we could say it would be more difficult because it's Braila itself, but what are the odds there's going to be people guarding the sewers?
True, that's true. But at the same point, we need to figure out where the sewers. We'd have to figure out where the sewers lead out if we want to enter that way. And I know several people who might not want to be crawling around in the sewer.
Well, I can tell which direction we're going in, usually, or if we're at a decline or incline. So I could sort of have some kind of help with directional sense. I mean, there's going to be a lot of like tunnels, networks, but I can definitely provide assistance navigating this.
Well, the closer we get to Braila, the closer we'll, the sooner we'll find potential other entrances. It kind of makes you feel like we're in Hyrule here, and you've got the evil castle in the middle, and you're just circling it.
Zed, now, say for example, if you were getting closer to the source of Fenris Sulfur, where he's kept hidden, would you be able to sense his presence much more strongly?
My connection to him is a lot stronger now.
So maybe...
The closer that I get, I would feel stronger. It's like when we were trying to find the skull in that dungeon, I could sense Melkor.
Okay.
Malar.
Melkor, bloody hell, this isn't Tolkien.
Oh! Jesus, holy crap! The main villain of the plot is fucking evil Lord Melkor, fucking Sauron's boss.
Yeah, the darkest of the Dark Lords.
Yeah, the one who fucking created the orcs in the first place.
So that means once we take down Richter, we have to fight Sauron.
Wow, okay, so you've got Richter, then you're going after the Laughing King.
It's bad.
But after that, let's break canon and go after Tolkien.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay, that's not something I'm going to need a plot for.
But
to the Valor. Sauron is the demigod to Melkor, who is the darkest of Dark Lords. There's someone worse than Sauron in the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Basically, that's the end. That's the tip of it.
One worse than Sauron.
The movies.
so, Zed, by my reckoning, what we could do if we find these networks is using your divine sense, my ability to tell which direction we're in. So you can tell us if the sensation's getting weaker or stronger, and if it's getting stronger, I can get an idea which direction we're going. So we can sort of like plot out a path from if we continue that way or vice versa.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
don't end up getting lost.
And with the map,
Oh yeah, magic map.
You got the magic map.
I will say, whenever we do eventually find him, and we make our way to combat, we'll have to be very careful. The last thing we want, if he's in a weakened state, is to end up killing Fenris Ulford.
He's already his corporeal essence is long gone. I believe it's his spirit that's trapped. At least that's what I kind of believe, isn't it?
That's what you believe.
So we're going to go and free the spiritual essence of your. Zed, are you absolutely sure that he's definitely a good god? He's not. You're not
He-
going to unrelease a demon, are you?
He's chaotic. He's the essence of nature, and he's one of the he's recognized by the lunar pantheon. So I don't believe they would accept someone dark into their.
Just so you know, he's lawful neutral.
Oh, he's lawful neutral. Okay.
Yeah, as in the law of the forest.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought it was chaotic neutral.
No. That said, his title is the god of nature and cruelty.
Yeah,
But it's the cruelty of nature itself.
yeah. So he's neutral. He doesn't swing either to the. He comes with the spring and has the ferocity of the storms of winter.
Alright. I was just concerned you were in a cult for a minute there.
I think the likely situation that's going to occur is if we do find him, we're going to be taught a life lesson in terms of nature and cruelty.
You want to be we're taught a lesson by Fenris. I've had enough of those to know it's not fun.
Thanks for the confidence boost.
I mean, I'll be fair, I am apparently running your deity as most GMs run warlock patrons.
Yeah, you made him into a colossal dick.
He was! When I played him, he was!
Well, here's the other thing. We're freeing I could say in some sense a trapped animal. A trapped animal that could also could feel cornered.
True enough, sometimes if you free a trapped animal, even if you're being nice to it, it'll still bite you.
So my I don't offer words of wisdom, but I'm just going to say this seriously right now. But do exercise caution when we're there, please.
I'll do what I must.
Anyway, this is no one in the pocket.
Besides, look on the horizon. That's Drowhold.
You can see it. You are one more day's travel from Drowhold. You have gotten past the checkpoint of the Knights of Bane. By about lunchtime tomorrow, you will be in the Drowhold outer city.
Now, as I recall, the only thing we've actually got as a job in Drowhold is to find someone going by the name of Traveller, I think.
I'm keeping my eyes open for the tribe as well, because apparently they were last spotted around here.
Okay.
So, Traveller, we still got the dagger.
I thought your tribe was sold as slaves into Braila. Have I mixed up my notes here?
Some
oh, somewhere.
made a break, some.
Okay.
So, you got the name of one member of your tribe that has been seen in slavery in Braila.
Okay.
Oh yeah, these as well.
While we're on our night's rest, I'm going to set up 6 of the snares and the pitfall trap and a drop net.
Okay, fantastic. Give me survival check with advantage. Would you like to help him set up?
Yeah, I'll help him.
Okay, can both of you give me survival check with advantage then?
I think that will be a straightforward one.
Could we take it as read that at some point over those few...
He's got a natural 20.
That's funny.
Straightforward.
Yeah, I don't mind when you send the replies. Obviously, you won't have any replies until
No, of course
much
not.
later.
That way I'll send some. So what did you get, sorry?
17.
Awesome.
17.
17 and that 20.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I will let you two know what you have when you awaken.
Okay.
During the night's rest, sleep comes to each of you in turn easily. Zed, entering the trance that you have been using to garner as much information as possible over your journey, you start seeing through the eyes of Fenris when he was alive, seeing the large half-orc he was laughing with, the humans ahead, the hole. But this time, as Fenris jumps down the hole, you're no longer Fenris. You are you, in a beautiful forest lit by a full moon cast over what looks like a winter forest. There's snow just starting to fall, but none of it reaching the floor. As you look around, you don't see anyone with you, but you can hear noises from up ahead. Further into the forest, you can hear the sound of a beautiful harp being played, and the sound of singing and revelry for the most part. And you can hear a wolf howling.
So I'm guessing Tibbles isn't with me at this point.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay, I would. Is that all I see in the dream, or if I have some control, I move towards the sound of the music?
You are in control. Heading in the direction of the music. As you start to get closer, the sound shifts, and you continue following it. Initially, you thought it was ahead of you, but as you move, it seems to move to the right of you.
Mm-hmm.
And continuing to walk through the forest, further and further, you reach a point where the snow has settled, and the crunch, crunch, crunch under your feet as you finally step out into a clearing. The clearing is beautiful as it's laid out. The snow across the floor, the icicles just beginning to fall, forming a tableau of the two women sat a little ways apart from one another. You see both of them. One appears to be a Drow woman, similar in appearance to Tiladril, but not as overt, much more serene in her appearance. And one thing you do recognise right away is that she is completely naked. The only thing covering any of her is her long silver hair that just covers her breasts, and the harp covering anything else.
Yeah.
The other woman is likewise playing a harp, but a much smaller one, not the large one that the Drow woman is playing. Off to the side, you can see weapons laid against a tree. A silver greatsword that, on closer inspection, you can tell from your time seeing the Bluevein family is a Mithril greatsword.
Mm-hmm.
Alongside it is a longbow made of, you would say it's made of white wood, but at closer inspection it looks like it's made of light. The only two things besides these two women in this clearing are a single massive white wolf. And this wolf you recognise from the iconography of the Forest of Wolves where you did your training, the Wolfwood. And this is Steakeater, the ally white wolf of Fenrisulfa. The other thing you see is what looks like an electrum bird cage hanging from a tree with 3 foxes continually jumping up to it, braying and bothering the thing inside. From where you're standing, you can't see what's inside it, but neither of the two women nor the wolf are attempting to stop them. As you get closer in, the music slows but doesn't stop, and the woman playing the large harp finally looks up at you and says, "It's about time you arrived."
I give a bow. I recognize the goddesses of the Lunar Pantheon.
Yes, you would. The goddess with the large harp, who is completely naked, is Eliasteri, also known as the only good member of the Drow Pantheon. The other woman is Sehanine, the Moonbow. These are the two goddesses of the waning and the waxing moon.
So Fenris told me I would meet you at some point in the future.
We thought it would be good to finally see the one who will be bringing our 5th member to his rightful place.
So he's not entirely sure to say. He nods and holds himself, but his eyes drift to Steakeater.
The wolf looks at you. It's difficult to get a read on this wolf. This is a wolf far more ancient than any that you have known. This, in life, Steakeater lived almost 800 years ago, and here she is, just enjoying the music and the snow.
Yeah. Yeah, and ready to chomp and ready to take a bite out of me. I will do my best to release him. He's been showing me where he is.
Oh, probably cryptic way. He seems is the only way that you can actually get a lesson across.
He always said it wouldn't. If it wasn't, it never would be easy. For if it was, he would have done it long ago.
He's powerful at what he does, but how do I put this? He's a bloody idiot, quite frankly. Sehanine sets up, putting her harp on the floor and approaching you. Fenrisulfa is an idiot. We'll put it lightly like that.
We get the feeling that Steakeater just snorts.
No, she knows what her master was.
Yeah.
There's just nods from around.
Nodding.
Yep.
I wouldn't have put it quite so untactfully, sister, but he needs someone to release him, someone who can work out a puzzle that neither he nor his friends could in life.
Is this how we got trapped the first time?
Yes. He walked into it thinking that was the answer, and only his mind was able to move.
I'm guessing his body is long gone, or is it still with him?
His body is still as strong as it was the day he was trapped.
Mm-hmm. So he needs me to free his mind, and I assume once he does, he'll be able to ascend to you.
Yes, he will join his proper place in the Pantheon.
See. I look up to the moon. Does the lady give any further guidance to us all?
She won't give much, and unfortunately neither will the rest of us. You've chosen a pantheon of cryptic messages and shadows in the night. It's a fairly obvious result if you're going to be praying to the moon.
Yes.
But we thought we'd bring you here and let you know you're on the right path and let you see the fruits of yours and your friends' results. And Sehanine points to the Electrum birdcage.
I kind of make it. I don't suppose that's what's left of Malar.
Unfortunately, he is the 5th member of the Pantheon, so we have to keep him around. But luckily, he is caged again.
Yes, Fenris banished him the last I saw.
Yes. Yes, he did. But it's not quite a full banishing. And if you have a look inside the birdcage, you'll see it's very obviously Malar, the same half-wolf, half-monkey shape, but maybe only 8 inches tall. And as you look at the 3 foxes braying at him, each one has a symbol in its fur that you recognise. You see the 3-clawed symbol of Bane. You see the white skull in the triangle of Merkel. And you see the bleeding skull of Baal.
Surprising seeing those 3 as his guards.
They have their own issues with him, and sometimes it's easier not to start a fight.
That is true.
You'll see more when you get to Lostwolf.
Yeah.
But for now, you're headed to my temple. Eliastri walks away from her harp, and as she walks away, the snow attaches itself to her body, giving her this long gossamer dress, sort of Grecian in style, barely covering anything, but covering enough. When you get there, make sure that you show the proper respect. I'd hate for the champion of a dear friend to have to be punished in a way only Drow know how.
Oh, he gives a little flinch at that and says, "I would always pay respects, my lady."
Make sure your friends do as well.
Okay. May the moon guide you. May the moon illuminate your paths.
Absolutely. And your dreams from there are pleasant, quite nice, quite relaxing by all standards. The only thing you hear towards the end of your dream is the low rumbling growl that you've come to associate with Fenrisulfur. But not an angry growl, more that needed to happen, and he heard everything.
It's like, I'm gonna get him back for calling me an idiot.
Pretty much.
5 books, provided they're not heavy-going books.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
You, meanwhile...
Me?
Yep.
What the? Oh God, no! It's never nice when gods want to talk to me.
Who's that a god wants to talk to you?
Okay, right, yeah.
As you sleep, this last night before reaching Drowhold, your dreams are nice, relaxing, calm. You have vague memories of sleeping on a bed of green. You don't know if it's grass or a green ocean, or it's just something relaxing, something nice, something pleasant. And you get the idea that there are other things in the world than the dead 3 that are looking out for you and your friends.
Okay. Nice and cryptic.
Yes, of course. Okay.
Anything else? Just
No,
that?
that's it.
Okay,
Just a
right.
very, very pleasant dream of green. Okay. The morning awakens. The two hunters find their quarry. All.
Can I have a piece of card, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, unfortunately, all the traps that you set, well, they all went off, but unfortunately, they're all broken now. That said, you were able to catch about 4 deer, a large elk, and a whole brace of pheasants.
Well, that'll keep us.
You two rolled really well.
Good find. Good find.
4 deer, large elk.
4 deer, a large elk, and so a brace of pheasants. I'd say is 6 pheasants. Spending the morning, you're able to gut, clean, butcher, get them, get the hide. You're basically able to get everything usable from these.
So with that and everything that we've put into the bag of holding, which if I'm right, things in the bag of holding are already are sort of stopped from going bad until you take them out again.
No, that's not how the bag of holding works.
Oh well, that's fine because they need to be hung for 21 days anyway, don't they?
Yeah.
So they're still fine
1 day.
because we have 2 rabbits and a fox. The fox we have the skin but not the meat. The rabbits have been skinned and deboned. We have 2 squirrels that have also been butchered. We have a badger and another 3 rabbits as well. And those are all another fox. So they're all skinned and deboned. I'm just writing them down as I've used them. And now 4 deer, large elk, 6 pheasants, all butchered. So we have a fair. I'd say if we stopped from here, we have a lot we can sell the next time we come across.
The meat and like the bone and the antlers, things like that. Yeah, that'll all keep for quite some time before it starts to go off. The hides, you will need to tan a lot of them fairly soon before they start going off.
Right, everybody, here you go. Wine skins. I've got 2 spare from 2 wine stacks. Put them down. If you're going into these.
Seldy would like to be excused from this activity on account of a very obvious biological issue with that.
Okay, boys, piss buckets.
Right.
Can everyone go into the toilet for these? Not Saladin.
I have to say, I think there's a fairly different.
Yeah, it's okay, it's okay.
Do you have a funnel?
I am not peeing in the bucket.
Is there a pea dice?
There you go.
Thank you, I've got a pea dice.
Okay, I need all of you to roll. I will work out how much urine you have for tanning hide.
Should it be a dex check because they're trying to aim it? Saying I live in a house with 2 guys, I know it's not the easiest thing in the world, apparently.
I'm not gonna do it with. Am I gonna have to get Tibbles to cock his leg?
You could get, if you're gonna get Tibble's urine as well, you can roll with advantage.
Advantage pissing!
Come
Has
on.
anyone ever in the history of GMing had to say roll to see how much piss you collect?
This is the 3rd time for me this campaign.
Yeah.
Although potentially it
And
may.
it's always these 2.
17.
Is it just straightforward roll or is it a
It's a straightforward roll.
I can't believe this is happening.
8?
16.
Is that with advantage?
Yeah.
So even with the combination of Zed and Tibble's urine, Narlock still pissed the most.
Hang on, if I remember, I've done this before. when we replaced that wine.
Yeah, and I pissed the most, so it's your turn now to do the most.
And then there was another time that you did this in the when you guys went into the Pure Maiden, you guys decided you're going to piss down into the poopy stream.
Ed washes his hands.
Copiously.
Yeah.
So if you had a penny for every time you did this, you'd have 3 pennies, which isn't a lot, but it's still weird that it's more than 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
We would have 3.
Please make sure you mark those wine skins.
I know exactly what I'm going to do with these, right? We have a couple of crates in the back, right?
Yeah.
One of those crates, if I can empty some of that stuff into the other crate,
Yeah.
and I'm going to use one of the already tanned skins we have to line the box.
Okay.
I'm going to put the furs in, a couple of stones to weigh them down, and I'm going to pour the piss in there, and then as we are going and it's all shaking up, that should nicely tan the hides. Which then, once we get to our next stop, will have to be hung out to dry.
It's alright, he's the only one who rides in the back with it.
Okay, so just to put this in perspective, just to put the okay, so you can get all the furs and the hides you've got into this crate. It's quite a deep crate, so that's not a problem. It will take about 48 hours to tan the hide so that it's no longer rotting, especially with a few of them, like the fox hides. They were starting to go a bit gooey and stringy at the meat side. That said, you will need to top up the pot.
Is that crate waterproof is my second question.
He lined it.
Oh good, thank Christ for that.
So over the next 2 days,
And get a keg.
Avert thine eyes!
Oh.
Anybody got any empty potion bottles? You could piss in those.
Oh, I'm using those!
12.
well, you've now got 3 wine skins you can never use again.
No, this wasn't into a wineskin, this was just straight into the crate, that's why I said avert
Okay.
thine eyes.
Here's the question, why didn't you think to just line the box in the first place? Then all of you could have just... Why am I giving you tips?
Thanks,
This is
thanks,
on the
Andy.
way to Drow.
Thanks, Andy. Well, next time I'll just piss in the crate if I need the bathroom break. So.
Alan, could we have not collected the urine off the horses as well? Why am I saying these things?
Yes, you may have collected horse urine for tanning hides. Okay, if that is the case, who is going to collect horse urine?
I'll do it since I'm not the one contributing to this horror.
Give me an animal handling check.
I don't have animal handling.
So this is a straight
Okay.
wisdom check.
I'll assist.
I've got ride horse.
Fuck it, use that one.
Really?
Bum.
18.
18.
Nice.
Did you say you were going to assist, Zed?
Yeah.
Okay, roll advantage.
Okay, so the last one was 18. Yeah, the other one was much better.
Okay, so still an 18.
Yeah, 18.
Okay, fantastic. That box, it's a good thing you were measuring it, and it's a good thing you put the furs in first before pouring the piss into it. Otherwise, otherwise it would be overflowing.
Oh.
The hides will be tanned within a day, and then just let them dry.
Down with...
I burn that box.
I got that idea from soldiers in World War II who, to wash their clothes, and on the case on the back of the tank, would put their clothes in with the soap and a few rocks so it would all shake around. And then you see a lot of photographs of American troops without their uniforms because the Germans shut up those boxes thinking it was ammunition.
Oh,
It's just making me wonder if that's something that my granddad used to do because he was with the Desert Rats and he was a tank driver out in the desert. So
potentially.
I wonder if he did
Oh
that.
wow! Was he in the British Army?
Yeah, he was under General Montgomery's regiment. So
He would have been in the Matilda too then, so he would have been in one of the best tanks of the regiment. Like, the Germans hated them because the second they got hit with a shell, scales the Germans had. They bounced off. I
Oh.
think very few pictures of Matilda tanks taken out because they just weren't.
Right. Yeah, as I said, there wasn't really a lot that I knew, but again, obviously with war and everything, my granddad didn't really talk much about stuff, so... But, yeah, that's fucking interesting there, man. That's pretty cool.
That one,
Jeez.
that one.
But yeah, my dad's got the medals, so that were passed on to him now, so I might need to ask Dad a little bit more, see if he knows a bit more stuff, so...
Absolutely.
I think out what regiment it was, or where in the regiment he was, I could find out what he possibly could have been driving.
You know, I just know that the fact he was a tank driver with the Desert Rats, and that's all I know. But, yeah, that's really cool.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're right.
Alright. Yeah, I've moved a little bit of wood.
Right. Okay. Was there anything else in those last few days?
It's the last day. You guys are going to be in Drowhold in the next couple of hours.
Okay. I just meant in those few days while we were travelling.
Refill?
Yes, please, man. Thank you.
Sure.
I look around. Do I see any signs of the encampment of the tribe?
Give me a perception check with advantage.
$21.
You don't see any encampments or huts or tents. That said, you do see the iconography of your tribe. You see one of the banners that your tribe used quite a lot when setting up camp, and it is hanging at the blacksmiths of the village.
Oh, we got to...
In Drowhold, yeah.
Right.
Hey,
So I'm just going to do these drinks and then I'm just going to go toilet, then we'll get on, yeah?
got it.
Yep. Okay.
I'll do the same. Look back to the bathroom.
Okay.
Toilet break!
Yay! Roboto will say to everyone, right, now.
Everyone piss in the crate.
I'm so used to hearing those trumpets play now.
Oh, yeah.
But after that, if we find a nice place to stay, I'm gonna go for a bath.
The letters are really nice. I need to write home and tell my dad off because he's not sold. White Man said he wanted a thesaurus and my dad won't sell it to him.
Aw,
Hmm.
that's not nice.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because it's been very good, because not only did he get gifts for you, but he got gifts for the whole party, and he didn't have to do that.
No, it's a little weird. It sounds like the kobolds have taken over the tailors. But, like, not aggressively. The tailors was going out of business, by the sounds of it.
But still, we didn't have a half-dead cow dropped on the cart.
No, so at least he's learning what presents actually are nice.
And he took into consideration about measly as well.
Yeah, actually. Oh god, you know what he's doing?
Mm.
He's doing a Spice Girls, isn't he?
Oh god, so I'll be horny Spice.
No, I mean he's
Oh.
if you want to be like,
If you want to be my lover, you gotta get with my
friends.
game. I'm
Gotta
still,
get with my friends.
I'm
He's being
still-
nice to my friends.
I'm still calling myself horny Spice out of the Spice Girls. We have sneaky Spice. We have righteous Spice. Or wolfy Spice.
Nice spice.
Yeah, nice Spice, horny Spice,
Okay.
sneaky Spice.
Just never mind, that wasn't a dig at Roboto anyway, that was a, basically, going in a certain way.
Wait, what was the dig at Roboto?
Be respectful to the priestesses of Eliaston.
Oh, that wasn't a dig at all. I was like,
No,
oh
I
shit.
just saw you doing that and
It's
I
the...
thought you flipped me off for a second.
No. I was like, oh, it's more I'm being worried because I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Do I see the church in this town as well?
We'll wait for Chris to get back, then we'll continue, yeah?
Yep, it's just there.
Oh, is he? Alright, okay then.
Right, I'll stop going all gooey over this now then.
No, the only building you see a few houses dotted around, just very, very simple, like, huntsman's huts, and then the three largest buildings are the blacksmith's building with, like, a stable attached, and you can see the banner of your tribe hanging off it, and then two larger buildings that look like, almost like warehouses.
Mm-hmm. Did we have the Do I know how to pay respect to that goddess as well?
You know how to pay respect to her as a member of the Lunar Pantheon. But here she's going to be worshipped as a member of the Drow Pantheon.
So...
I mean, the two...
I assume that I would probably have to do it in the way that I'd know. So would I need anything specific?
Give me a religion check.
Can I just... So, are we in Drowhold proper now, or just an outer village, or...?
You have Drowhold, and you can see where you are is like an outside village, and then you can see the large cave, and within you can see flickering lights from within the cave.
It's a city in a cave! Because Drow are light sensitive.
Exactly.
21.
21. You would know that things that Eliastri likes are music, good wine, swords, and silver. I'd say silver coins.
Jewels at all?
Not really.
Is this stuff that gets relayed to the party as well?
If Zed wants to.
Got it.
Yeah, say before we enter Drowhold as well, I met with the two ladies of the waning and waxing moon last night. The Luna, they say we're on the right track in terms of Fenris, but the lady of the Drow wishes that we pay respects in her temple here.
Okay. How does one pay respect to a temple?
Well, you would make an offering at her shrine. She, from what I know, she loves silver. She loves music. Particularly if you know the harp.
Oh,
She prefers stringed instruments.
what did I do with that lyre?
Didn't you sell it?
You saw the violin.
I saw the violin, didn't sell the lyre, because that was originally a lyre of vicious mockery, and then we changed things about.
Yeah, just while you were getting a taste of how some spells work.
So technically, I still have a lyre. I can still play, because that I technically would say is in the bag of Hilding.
So you say she likes silver?
If it's not in the bag hold, it's not in the bag holding.
She loves silver. She loves swords, and she loves. She uses mithril, so she loves it. So she loves that kind of sword, or swords in general. Silver, swords, and music.
Have you anything you're planning on offering her, Zed?
I draw out my original greatsword. The one that
Your original greatsword. Wait, no. So your original greatsword was just a standard greatsword. Then you found that +3 greatsword, which is the one that got turned into the sword you're wielding at the moment. Yes, you still have a steel greatsword.
Yeah. So I'll have this polished and sharpened, and I'll make it an offering to her. I've carried it since day one. I hope she would accept such a sentimental offer.
So a drow goddess who loves swords, who loves music, be still my beating heart.
It's not Tilly.
I've gone off Tilly ages and ages ago.
Oh, she actually sounds quite nice in White Band's letters.
Well, I'm still a bit annoyed about that charm spell that she did. That was a bit cheap.
That was. She robbed us of everything.
Not all of us. Me and Celadine. Say Celadine. I just hold up my hand. Say not all of us.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a
Live down to Ripardo, we definitely got our money's worth, but it was money we didn't want to spend.
I was that close to doing a permanent elephant impression to everyone because of empty pockets.
Oh.
That one I haven't had enough to drink. Wait.
I don't want to. No. Stop right there.
This is all in the cart on the way into Drowhold, the outer village. As you start to get closer, where do you guys want to go? There's the 3 larger buildings, or there's the main entrance into Drowhold proper.
is there a place that looks like a stable? I'm assuming the horses probably wouldn't like the dark.
There's one off from the blacksmith where you can see the symbol of your tribe.
I need to stop at the blacksmith, so I will. And it looks like they've got a stable there, so should we dock horses there, and then we can see what we need outside before we head in?
Absolutely. I wouldn't mind having a quick ask around and see if we can find anyone who knows of this traveller guy we're looking for.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was that, Nolan?
It might be an idea. I could have a look through any of my associates that might be around here and see if I can find anything.
I'll just help stable the horses, I guess.
Okay. So Zed and Roberto head to the blacksmiths. Celadine and Narlock are going on some information finding.
Yeah.
Both of you give me an investigation. Does one of you want to assist the other, or do you want to make separate investigation checks?
If you've got an investigation skill, I'll do an assist because I haven't got it.
Let's see. No, I do not.
What's it run off of?
Intelligence.
My intelligence is 18. What's yours?
I will assist you.
Yeah.
That's a 16 and then plus 4 with my intelligence.
Okay, so none that 20.
Yep. Woo!
Right. So as you two are going around, it being lunchtime, people are milling around, enjoying the tail end of the summer as it starts to head into autumn. Enjoying the last of the warmer climb. You approach people from time to time. You spot like some half-orcs and orcs. You see a few wood elves. You get a very quick tell that there are no humans here, or if there are not many humans. But on the outside part where you are, there are very, very few drow, and any of the drow that are around are either in like full armor to cover them from the sun, or are actually indoors during the height of the sun hours. Asking around, you both try your two different ways. You asking people if they've heard of someone called Traveller, and you obviously asking in Thieves' Camp to try and get a bit more information out of the more less reputable members of the community. You basically come up with nothing. They say that if you want to talk to anyone about that sort of thing, you might want to talk to some of the Drow, or maybe actually head inside if you're allowed to go in.
If we're allowed to go, can I ask them why wouldn't we be allowed to go in?
The person you're asking is a dwarven man, quite severely injured. By the looks of him, he's got his arm in a cast, bandage over one eye. It looks like he's been in a fairly recent battle. It's like, oh hi, so they're taking us through to the safe side down at the southern waste, and then hopefully we can get transport from there northwards, avoiding the towns. But they've only got so many rangers who could take us at a time, so we have to wait in the shacks out here until they can come and collect. They're not really letting people inside unless they're citizens, just because there's so many.
It's getting too crowded inside then.
Basically, they said that only people who live within the hold or have business within the hold can go in.
What happened to you, sir?
Oh,
if I might ask.
I was thrown out of my business back in Braila. I was, am a tailor, and they decided that they don't want no dwarves in Braila no more. Didn't have anyone to kind of vouch for me, so dragged me out one evening, gave me a right good beating, and then threw me out the town. The knights pointed me in this direction, and one of them escorted me here. In that way, didn't really get a good feeling off the guy, though, so didn't really talk to him much, to be honest. But yeah, that's about it. And I just want out.
That's terrible, sir.
Been boiling like this for a while here in Braila. The humans don't.
Where are you set up now, sir?
I can't work till my arm's better. I've been going to the healers here in the town every few days, and they're quite happy to see me and just make sure everything's going okay. They said I should be able to start working again probably in a week or two.
I don't know if it's any good to you. You say the pathways to the southern wastes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's any good to you, but if you wanted to make your way to Torgaval in, Glendorrel, I do happen to know that there's a tailor's there that's, well, it's currently being run by a whole load of kobolds, but they're quite friendly, and I'm sure they'd like an experienced hand.
It's a bit of a weird.
No, it's alright, they're friendly.
To be honest, the main problem is there's just getting out of the country. I mean, if I was trying to, it sounds like great, and if I managed to get there, no worries, but that would require going up through Kellner and then Skarema, or going back via Braila, and I don't trust a single human as far as I can throw them at the moment, especially not on my own.
So there's no way from the southern wastes into?
You'd have to go in via over or through the mountains, but that's the route we're looking at taking.
Alright.
Hopefully make our way to Tulok.
It's a hell of a travel, because am I right in thinking Glendorrel comes before Tulok, or am I getting that muddled up?
Not exactly. So basically, you're in Braila, which is the southernmost point of Celebor. You then have Glendorrel directly above, and the Stult is above there, and Tulok is kind of just off to the side, almost
With southern
between.
wastes underneath it?
No, so there's another country underneath Tulok, and then Southern Wastes. But it's a fairly easy travel if you've got rangers.
Okay. You didn't happen to hear the names of any of these rangers?
No, mostly Drow, a couple of dwarves, one or two humans.
Alright.
Well, that's about it. They got a set up inside.
Okay, well, safe travel to you though. I hope you get to go through soon.
I think I will. They said I should be heading out in the next week or two. And he just heads off.
Just as he's going and we've turned to Niall, going, we cannot let any people stay here any longer. This is terrible.
I think we should get them a copy of the forged papers.
I think so too. We've got 9 in a bag of holding.
You've been working on them every night though, haven't you?
Yeah.
Give me 3 D20 rolls, add them together.
People here can get out via the southern wastes, but moth, kill it.
26.
It's on my
26. The bloody moth in the room.
It's not a very big one, but Jenny's scared.
Jenny doesn't like moths. So you got 26, yeah?
Yeah.
So you have a total of 35.
Plus the 9 that we had, or
Including.
35.
Got it.
Thank you. The people here are as safe as can be because they're going through the southern wastes. And now we can tell everyone else to get to Losvolf. Lana's going to be there with a ship as of next month. In fact, she's going to be there with 3 ships and Rugsmalg.
The Southern Waste is that secret passage they talked about that will take you to Oswolf, is it?
It doesn't. That secret passage, I'm not sure if it exists now.
The passage they've got is into a different area of the
Basically
country.
a different country.
A different country called the Southern Wastes.
So everyone from Celebor, so everyone except for Narlock, could you give me an intelligence check?
20.
15.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
5. I'm definitely just going to some dice.
Actually, you two wouldn't be there. Actually, you don't really know much about the Southern Wastes. It wouldn't really come up a lot for you. Celadine and Zed would know that the Southern Wastes are a large desert with a few small oases that covers the most southern point of Celebor. It is surrounded on mountains on all sides by the Biter and the Ridgewinder mountains, breaking it, and basically there's a lot of what we refer to as monster races make that their home. So you do find kobolds living under the ground there, you do find gnolls travelling quite a lot, bugbears make a lot of their travel through there if they need to. It's a very harsh environment.
But it's safer than here.
Exactly.
I think we need to have a quick word with one of the rangers if we can find them and tell them to step up the evacuation, because according to Lana we've got 2 months, if that. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm sure they're hard pressed as they are for doing it, but I mean, if we're on a time limit, the time limit is gonna make it a lot harder to get as many people as we need out.
We'll do everything we absolutely can. We'll do everything we can.
And the last thing we want is to start taking people who, if we go by Fenris Sulfur, from what Zed said, don't deserve to come. And that's only because if there are too many people taken away that they become noticeable, then we're going to end up with a situation where they're going to want retribution for that and may come more.
Problem is now that if we start thinking about it in terms of, well, who deserves to be saved and who doesn't deserve to be saved, that's when we start going, well, that person was mean to me, so they don't deserve. That's how long is it before we start becoming Vestalt?
I agree.
We decide who lives and who dies.
I do agree. I suppose all we can do is, of the people we encounter, do our best then.
Yes. Shall we wait somewhere obvious for the other two, and then we'll try and get into Drowhold itself?
Okay.
So during this, Roberto and Zed, you two were making your way to the blacksmiths.
Mm-hmm.
As you reach, a large bugbear approaches and goes, "You're a stable."
Yes. Yes, please. Do you have space?
You've got coin, we've got space.
How much to stable the horses?
5 silver a day. Do you want them reshoeing?
Oh, I've got plenty of silver. Right. Okay. And I still got about 49. How much? What's the silver to gold rate again?
10 silver is 1 gold.
Okay. 2 horses. We don't know how long we're gonna stay, so just for now, I pay a gold to. Oh, okay. I pay 3 gold. That'll see us for 2 days.
Yep. Okay. Alright. And he takes the reins of your animals. And pay up with the blacksmith.
Will do.
Take a sip.
Who's running the blacksmith at the moment?
Is this to the bugbear?
Yeah.
Orc by the name of Tuska is just inside. Pay up to him and you'll be square.
So, what did he say his name was? Sorry.
Tuska.
Tuska.
Tusker.
Do I remember that name? It's not one of the ones I created.
It's not, no. Give me a history check. Or an intelligence check.
5.
The name sounds familiar, but you don't know.
I don't. Okay. Why do you fly the banner as well? I point to the.
Kind of looks over and is like, don't know. I just work here. And he just carries on into the stable.
Yeah, right, shall we see what they've got?
Yeah, we could have a look, pay up, and see if there's anything that might aid us. So, after you.
So, heading inside?
Yep, I head inside.
Okay, should we head inside? Looking inside, it's a fairly sparse building. It looks like it may have once been a barn and then has been turned into a blacksmith's workshop. You can see a few orcs working in here, a couple of half orcs, dwarf or two. There's the bugbear who clearly works in the stable, and as soon as he's tied your horses up, he goes and sits next to a female bugbear, and the two of them are just kind of lying, just like lounging by like a bowl of food, and just occasionally their massage just reach out and just very, very not doing much.
Oh, okay. So, does he work here? But it's a very, very simple job.
Well, bugbears. They're basically just big bullies, and they like things nice and easy. The workshop you can see orcs. A few faces you recognise, actually. Just one or two. Not really names, just people you spot. That said, something you do see as soon as you walk in. The massive orc, and I do mean massive. Now, a full orc can stand to about 7 feet tall, easily. This guy beats even that. He's about 7'6", easy, hunched over his workbench. Just massive anvil, just puts what he's working on in the fire, wipes his brow, reaches something else, continues to work. Muscles bigger than your horse's necks.
Wow.
And as you look at him, you see something that actually catches your attention more than the muscles and the appearance. He bears the same tattoo that you do, the falling star of an Oathbreaker branded across his forearm. Unlike you, he's not trying to hide it, he's showing it almost with pride. And as you look around the room, almost every orc that you see in this room has that symbol.
That's it. That's unusual. Very unusual. I approach. Good afternoon, Black Master Smith.
Good afternoon.
I'm here to settle up for our horses first, and to browse your wares.
Give me a minute. Puts the last thing in the fires, takes the skull cap off his head to wipe his brow, just kind of sets it down and stands up, and then he kind of squints at you. You're a Hawkener, aren't you?
I reach up and quickly undo the chest plate and just show him, like I was once.
Zed.
Yes.
Tuska. And he offers you a handshake.
I don't get swung to the ceiling, do I?
No, although, again, absolutely massive, he's clearly got really good control and just...
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like by the entranceway and I'm just staring up and like,
I'm
scared.
my travelling friend, Roberto.
I've just literally been so tiny, just hold up the hand like, greetings, sir.
He offers you a single finger.
God, take it like,
Small one. Fine.
I was curious to see why the Hawknoth banner was being flown outside. I heard that they'd come this way.
We did. As far as we're concerned, we aren't Oathbreakers, but the new chief decided that anyone that didn't follow him was branded a coward.
I kind of grit my teeth. The new chief.
Take one guess.
He's still quite. He's still handy with the brand.
Yep. Just kind of shows the brand on itself. Did every single one of us said that we couldn't go by the name Hawkner and that we should, and that we were to destroy all of our banners. As you can see, we refused. As far as we're concerned, anyone that has this brand now is a true Hawkner. He's gone mad.
Fool. So I've been through Kelner, and I've been through what was the name of the first one again?
Garema.
Scarema. I've seen the grave site. What?
We stuck around to bury the dead as much as we could, or cremate them where we felt appropriate.
At least justice was done on the one in Kelner. I can say that.
Oh yeah, was there to see that. That was a sight to behold, quite frankly. To be honest, a lot of us have had this brand a lot longer than that event. A lot of us weren't happy with what happened back in Kelner. A lot of us wanted to come after you, bring you back, show them that we weren't the monsters they said we were. But your mother and the old chief said that would be breaking the oath. You can live there.
Yes, I see she's gone. What did so where is he now? Where's the rest, the ones that followed?
If they're all still alive, which I doubt, they'll be in Braila, attempting to free the ones that were taken. I don't know what they're planning, I don't know what he's planning, but a lot of the younger ones still with the burning fire in their bellies, they went with him. Those ones were kids, those ones who've seen enough war. We just want to get out of here. Made our way here. A few of us have already been through, actually. We've had word they've made their way to the mountains. They're making a life for themselves past the southern wastes.
It's good that they've made it out of Braila. I heard. We don't have any of the scrolls, do we?
You two, no.
Are you planning on heading through the pass?
Eventually. I'm staying out here, repairing a lot of the stuff that the rangers bring through. It's good work. Nice work. But few of us go through every few days. It's a trickle, but there's going.
I see. I may be able to provide an alternative. We're trying to get some. We have an escape route out at Lostful.
Lostful.
Yeah, we've got ships that are heading north to Glendorrel. If I can save as many as I can try and provide you with the travel permits that we've been able to acquire.
If you can get us many as you can, then I think we could make a little trade caravan going out that way, make it look like we're doing trade out to the port city.
Yeah. How many of the tribe are still here?
For the tribe, about 25, not including young. About 40 total, if you include the young.
40.
Looks like another roll maybe for Narlock.
Perhaps I might be able to assist on that one. But and how many are going through the pass per day?
The About 3 orcs, 2 dwarves, a couple of elves. They're trying to take a mix as best they can.
I see. It may be the case that anyone who wishes to follow, if I find out how many that I can get you and it's not enough, we'll see how many wish to make a new life in the mountains.
Fair enough. I'll put it to everyone as an ask. How long are you staying here for?
At least a couple of days. I've got some business inside of Drowhold. I wanted to I heard that Orknuff had moved this way, but I didn't know exactly if you'd stayed.
He reaches into a coin pouch and just pulls something out. Show this to the guards if you're heading inside. And he hands you a coin made of solid mithril.
I just literally look at it and I'm like,
What you recognise as mithril, the silver tones. This one doesn't have the blue glow of the blue mithril of the blue vein family, but it is solid. It's light. You could try and bend it, and it just would not bend. On one side, you see a print of a sword crossed with a heart, the symbol of Eliastri, and on the other side, you see the symbol of a spider, the symbol of Lolth.
The Lord of the Drow, yeah. The Spider God.
Demon Queen of Spiders.
Yeah.
Not the spider waifu.
No.
I just like look at the coin and I'm like, oh, okay.
He handed it to.
Yeah. This is. Thank you. We will conclude our business as quickly as we can here because we plan to head east to Oh, I really am bad at this, aren't I? I did history, not geography. Hanfestrum.
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 Ah.
And then we'll head north from there to Lostwolf.
Coo! The metagaming pigeon says to tell him to be on the beaches at night time and there will be a ship there next month.
I haven't told them that. I haven't told them that yet because we need I don't know. We don't know how many documents we can provide. I don't want to give false hope yet.
Okay, sorry, I wasn't sure. Okay.
That's okay, metagaming pigeon.
Staying here. Horse stabling and everything's on the house. Anything for a hawk now.
Thank you. Thank you. I've forgotten his name now.
Tuska.
Like Tuscal, but better. Tuska.
Yes. Tuska.
Thank you, Tuska. I'll bring news as soon as I can.
No problem. We'll be here. And he just goes to his work.
While we're here, Roberto, didn't you want to see what you could get?
I'll have a look at the wares. I'm just awfully intimidated right now, being a halfling, and everything's so big.
Yeah, all the people working here are orcs and half-orcs. Half-orcs usually standing on the same height as humans, so not too massive by comparison, but then again, the orcs are huge. And these are proper travelling orcs.
So in terms of some of the weaponry, am I seeing great weapons which are taller than me?
Oh yeah, you're seeing a wide range of weapons, ones that you could wield, all the way up to massive two-handed weapons, pikes, glaives, that kind of thing. It's all good quality, but it's of a quality you could get in any town.
Okay, I'm literally just having a look, not particularly so I've got anything set in mind.
Right. There is something I needed. Do you have a whetstone and a polish?
What do you need sharpening?
It's for an offering. Yeah, I feel I need to do it myself. I hold up this and I pull the blade from behind my back. It's pretty old, so it needs touching.
I'll be happy to do that for you, but if you want to do it yourself, right over there.
Thank you. I'll leave you to. I'll leave you. Don't worry about. So, you're not gonna get hurt.
Zed, I know I trust all of you, but it's just weeny little halfling like me and a lot of big orcs and bugbears and.
Get him a crate.
Height-wise, I'm very out of place. I mean, even for the like, just trying to. If I wanted to go and use, are there tables and stuff in there? Or like,
yeah, it's a workshop, so it's lots of tables, that kind of thing. Yeah.
As to say, I'm going to need to use a length of rope to get up onto that chair, Zed, just to get up that table.
It's pretty high stools, like bar stools.
You have to climb it like a little ladder.
Yeah.
Right
But
on, Tibbles. Hop on his back.
You could ride Tibbles at this point. He's a big wolf.
He is actually. Yeah, he's a dire wolf.
so no, I know all of you are good heart, Zed. It's just, and I'm just sort of like quickly glance over at is it Tusker? Tusker. And I just like see just how ripped he is and how big his muscles are.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like.
I mean, this guy makes.
Big orc smith.
Handle could take him in a fight. I know I'm not there, so.
I'm
You
just,
hate me for that now, don't you?
Where was that?
No, I just went, step on me, big orc smith.
luckily, that's not what I'm thinking. You might be, but not me.
Okay. Could you give me a? Could you just give me a random d20 roll?
God.
Hey, me?
Yeah. Well, you don't. You're not a blacksmith by trade.
No. But I'm assuming I would know the basics on sharpening weapons.
There's a difference between sharpening a weapon and like putting a polished rind on it.
Okay, that's. Do you just want the number?
Yeah, please.
12.
It's serviceable. You bring it up to a proper blade sharp again. Put a nice quick polish on it, so it looks second hand, but it looks well cared for.
I think this will make a good. That should be good enough. I'll provide some silver as well as an addition.
I could try and play a little bit of something on my lyre, or just something. Doesn't have to be much if she likes music. And then I just think to myself, please don't fuck up, please don't fuck up, please don't fuck up.
If I'm stood outside with Narlock, can I?
You two said you were somewhere obvious that they were going to meet you.
Yeah. Narlock,
Yes?
mirrors. Have they got silver backs? I mean, they look silver, but I'm never sure if they've actually got silver on the backs of them.
I'm not sure if it's actual silver or it just looks silver.
Give me a street smarts check.
If I recall, mirrors are made from a mixture of chemicals, one of which is silver nitrate.
Depends. I mean, that's modern day mirrors.
Yeah. Even with my street smarts, that's only 6.
Fair enough. It's silvery.
I mean, you could try it, but I can't guarantee that.
That's alright, I've got another idea as well anyway, but that was just a thought. It's alright, I've got another idea anyway, just in case
Alright.
offerings for her.
Well, I've got some silver in my pocket I can leave as an offering.
Okay. Is there any? So is that all that we're doing in blacksmith? Is it, Roberto?
So there's something else I'd like to do,
I mean,
Zed.
honestly, all of your stuff is way better than stuff that's in here.
But it's just nice to sort of see what everyone's doing, and I was just like watching Zed a little bit with his sharpening, and then looking slightly intimidated at everyone and like, yeah, I think we're good, Zed. I think we're done.
Okay, I gotta pick you up. I'll be back soon. Tusker.
There's no curfew, don't worry. And he just continues his work.
Okay, head outside.
Give me an insight check before you leave.
8. Not very good.
He's a difficult orc to read.
Yeah.
Checking you out. Sorry.
Love you.
Love you.
I simply turned to Zed and like, what kind of exercise program do you guys actually do? I mean,
I mean, this guy is like way more ripped than Zed is.
He's a, well, for starters, he's a full orc. They tend. I put you back down outside. For starters, he's a full orc. They're a lot more. They tend to be a lot more physically built than half orcs. And not only that, I mean, you've seen the human smith, haven't you? They tend to have arms thicker than the average tree trunk compared for a human.
don't forget some of the dwarves as well. I mean, some of the dwarves that I've seen around Torgavao and other places as well who did some of the work for me as well. The guy did my scimitar.
Woman. That was a woman. Ah, wait, no, the scimitar was a man. Sorry, I was thinking. I was thinking Narlock's spirit sword.
I think it might have been the rapier that I once showed interest in, the really nice one, but it was the ridiculously expensive one. Because I got silver tip crossbow bolts from that person.
Yes, you did. That was a man, actually.
Yeah.
As far as you know. Dwarves are hard to tell at times.
Just a bit.
Yeah, they all have it.
But yeah, he was ripped to shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, to be honest, a dwarf blacksmith versus an orc blacksmith. Although the dwarf is small, those arms are going to be like fucking steel girders.
I'm literally thinking dwarf Andre.
What was his name? The friend in Kelner. He was.
He was a dwarf. Yeah, he was ripped to shit. He was. They're just blacksmiths. They're just ripped. Anyway, back to the game.
Yep. So we leave the blacksmith and look around, and I'm guessing they're in an obvious place.
Yep, you see them. It's fairly easy to spot them.
So head over. You're up. You guys all right?
Yeah, found a bit of information out. Well, just that it sounds like they're kicking anyone who isn't full-on human out of Braila capital city. And, and they're getting people through into the southern wastes here, but they're not letting anyone in unless absolutely necessary because it's getting crowded.
Yeah. That's kind of what I got from Blacksmith. It turns out my tribe has passed here, but any who didn't wish to follow my brother's... My brother is now the chief of the tribe. And he's apparently gone mad with grief of what happened in Kelner and in the other town.
That's not good.
He's taken any who will follow him and to Braila itself to try and free the captured, the enslaved ones. And those that remain, let's say they bear the brand that I do.
He's lost the first time. Why would he go back with less numbers?
I don't know. He's not the man. He's clearly not the orc I knew.
Oh, sad.
But in any case, the blacksmith has stabled our horses for free. Tuskar he appears to be a good orc. I would like to he says that he's got about 40 of of the tribe that remain here. How many of the scrolls do we have?
We've got 35 at the moment.
No, I can't ask for all of those, just for tribe. Is there a chance that we can make more over the next day or two? I can try to
So
assist.
you were able to help last time, weren't you?
Yes, yeah, I'm quite happy to sit up and help you.
So, just to let you guys know, if you actually do spend an because you've been making these on the road, which is part of the problem. It's not good for like, it's not a proper desk.
For every 5 we make, 4 of them are going to be
Exactly.
scrub.
That said, if you actually were to spend a proper day making them, so an actual day's work, couple of days' work, you could probably knock out maybe about 30 a day if you roll well.
And do we have the materials still to make them?
I've got 200 gold's worth of basic paper in my bag.
I would say knock off about 25 gold.
Not 25 off that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just material supplies.
Also, Tusker gave me this. Holds up the mithril coin. This should grant us access to the main hold.
Well, that helps. That solves a problem. I thought Narlock was going to have to do the stabby thing to get us in.
What?
I couldn't work out any other way of getting in.
Stabby thing?
Stabby thing. Yeah.
I just go.
You know, where he puts a knife in someone to make them go away.
To get in where? To get into the Drow underworld?
Underworld? What, into the Drown's main hold, into the cave system?
I mean, I thought that they were going to be our friends in all of this. Why would I backstab them?
I'm not going to answer that. I'm not going to dignify that one with an answer, Narlock.
For you, yeah. Well, Narlock just hears that, just goes,
Oh, right.
I just say, did you see what's on one side of the coin? It's a bit terrifying.
I show the sign of the lady, and I flip it over.
No.
There's a great spider on the back.
Oh, I don't like spiders.
Yeah, that would be the spider goddess of the Drow.
Oh.
So, I would say Roboto and Zed, both give me a religion check, please. If you don't have a religion skill, it is an intelligence skill.
I think it would be a strength intelligence.
17.
17? Yes. Straightforward roll. Nat 20. Wow.
Okay. Alright then. So, what the two of you know about the relation between Eliastri and Lolth? Lolth is the head of the Drow Pantheon. She is the one who basically took over the Drow when they entered the Underdark, pushed them into what many know as quite evil elves, slavers, abusers, destroyers, raiders. Similar, she's the one who basically drove them towards the very matriarchal society where everything is backstabbing and everything is for the good of no one, really. Whereas Eliastri is the daughter of Lolth, who escaped being affected by the spell plague and the scourge of dark magic that corrupted the rest of the Drow Pantheon. She is primarily the goddess who wants to bring the Drow out of the Underdark, out of the darkness, into the light, and try to create a better relationship between the Drow, the High Elves, the Wood Elves, and the Half Elves. Basically, she's the only good member of the Drow Pantheon. The rest of the Pantheon are exclusively evil.
Okay, I'm guessing between me and Roberto we relay this.
Okay, so not a nice lady then.
Not a nice lady.
No, just one in that particular pantheon is actually pretty nice. So, yeah.
And
Let's
she's
hope-
paying respects to.
Which is good.
Shall we try and get in then? Find somewhere to... Well, I'm assuming that there's an inn in there. I mean, is there anywhere around here that looks like somewhere to sleep?
Just because put you up.
Oh,
Tusker, what, did Tusker say that he could...
You guys could basically camp with the rest of the tribe.
Tusker has offered us... we can erect the tent with the remainder of my tribe.
that means we've got somewhere to sleep then. That's one more thing sorted out.
Yep, we have a base of operations.
So, now...
Doing that.
I'm trying to remember... This guy Traveller we're looking for, do we know he's a... We do know he's a ranger, don't we? Because he's got,
Yeah, you know he's the one. So
he's
you were
got
told
Caine
to seek...
Blackhart's sword.
Yes, he was Caine Blackhart's apprentice.
So he's almost certainly a ranger.
So we can. It gives us an opportunity to have a to enter even with the coin anyway that we wish to pay our respects at to Lady Leyspark and to have business with the Ranger Traveller.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go in. I'm kind of excited to see what this place looks like, actually. I've never seen the Drow Kingdom before.
Not many people do.
Alright. Head towards the entrance of the caves.
As you approach, a guard goes to stop you. You show the coin, and they just step back, allowing you entry. Clearly, this is a mark of someone who is allowed to come and go as they freely please.
Mm-hmm.
The guards on the way in, you notice, are all wearing the same uniform mithril armor. Very, very fancy, very elongated nose, highlighting the pointed dark blue to purple ears of the Drow.
Mm-hmm.
Inside, you find your eyes take a moment to adjust. All of you find your infrared vision clicks in just long enough for the sudden flaring of purplish silver light that illuminates this large cavern that the Drow have used as their primary main hole within Braila. The town within is easily spread out. The houses all made of cut stone in very fine shapes that make it easy to move around and see what you're looking for. On the entrance, you see a building to your right, which looks like a merchant. Next to that, you see what appears to be another merchant. This one, slightly smaller. Looks like they're actually connected, but separate enough that you could go to one or t'other. Directly in front of you, you see what looks like a lawmaster's house, large and square at the base, and then starts to form almost like an oval pyramid at the top, completely made of shimmering glass that catches the purple and silver light and casts it out in shades of blue and green, almost like a mosaic of colour across the ceiling of this cave room.
It's beautiful.
To your left, you see two more buildings. One is clearly a guard house as you watch more of these Drow guards, some of which are speaking with very squat, muscular dwarves with a very similar skin tone.
Where go?
You give me a history check, and yes, Nick. Out of up here, yes.
Yeah, sorry, up here, yeah.
Is it enough intelligence or
yeah,
wisdom?
it is.
And 10.
You know enough about the Durga deep dwarves, similar to the Drow, but more dwarf variant.
Are they speaking in
They're
Dwarven?
too
or-
far away to see. You
Okay.
just see him off to the side. Where's Nick gone?
Just to the bathroom, I think.
Fair enough. I'll hold on till he gets back.
No problem. It's nice to see him, actually.
I'll do this. I'm sorry.
The merchant.
What I get for having to drink it, liters of water a day.
Yeah, the two merchant shops.
Do either of them look like they sell magic?
Give me a check.
It's a 14 on the dice. Depends what you're running it off.
I'll take 14. The one closest to you looks like it would probably sell magic supplies.
Oh, good.
The other one looks like it's a bit small. This one looks like a large warehouse more than anything else. The other one looks like a workshop.
I'll be visiting there at some point, don't let me forget then.
How you doing?
Fine. I'll go go to the magic shop at some point for scrolls and at least to fill up my components pouch as well, just to make sure I've definitely got everything I need.
Yep. How are you doing this so far?
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Need that. And I've got something for if I've got something to offer as an offering.
Cool.
I was just going through everything else I've got first, 'cause it's quite a big, expensive thing. So,
Fair enough.
but if we have to offer it, it's far and away not the most valuable thing we own. So,
Yeah. Is this why you're asking about mirrors?
yes,
Fair enough.
but that's fine. If the mirrors won't work, I've got something else that definitely will work. So, Whitman calls me beautiful 4 times in this, 5 if you count gorgeous.
Yep.
Have to query as well. So has Tilly told him what X at the bottom of the letter means, or has she just told him this is an appropriate response and not told him what it means?
She's told him what it means, and that is the appropriate response.
I like all the other letters as well, it's just this one's the longest I'm sort of skim reading.
Yeah.
I might actually say I'll write the letters while we're staying in Drowhold, because that way I've got something to write back with him with new stuff to tell him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're back.
No worries.
You're a 10. Hey, come on, you're all on the same timer now.
Wow, everyone's on the same bladder time.
Oh, I just saw Pearl and I sort of put my hand out and she moved my hand and then she just jumped back. She was like, oh, you got.
Never mind. Wouldn't that sort of...
Okay. And the last building you see from where you are is a massive temple made of solid marble, except for the bits that are clearly cut out, and mithril has been used for decoration, for like windows and framings and inlays on the stone.
Wow.
3 floors
At,
down?
I'm fine, thank you.
At the very far back, you can see the entrance to a deeper cave. From where you're standing now, you can't really see much of it, but you can see a very clear, very deep darkness on that side of the cavern.
I was never allowed into the hold when we travelled. My mother always used to tell me it was beautiful. It had a strange beauty to it.
I've never seen anything like this before.
I'm guessing there won't be many of my associates down here. Something tells me with everything that's valuable, they got a close watch on it.
It's lovely.
It's rather enchanting.
Right.
Yes.
Sorry about it. Continue.
No, just...
I'm just mesmerised. I'm like, Knock, you know, your place of lodgings, that glass effect and the light, do you reckon try do something like that maybe to create an ambience of some sort?
Thank you.
We possibly could, yeah. If we could get the stuff for it.
I'm intrigued.
And so I pull out my lantern and just kind of glance. The glowstones, I'm probably not giving off anything like this kind of light.
Glowstones. You said it's lit by sort of purpley blue light down here, so...
Yeah, no, it's a very different light. The glowstones that you have give off what looks almost like firelight.
Oh, okay.
This is something else.
I've got my my bedazzled lantern.
Pretty much.
Yeah, right. So before we head to the temple, I feel that we should probably go and speak to the Lawmaster. I don't know how much they know about Deus Vault, but if they have a pathway out of this place, we probably should inform them of what's coming.
At least we can give them a bit more of a time scale.
Yeah, it might be and not to mention I believe the Lawmaster will be the one, if anyone, who knows where Traveller is.
True. I also wouldn't mind popping my head into one of those shops when we get a few minutes. It's not urgent, but when we get a few minutes, I just want to make sure I've got all my spell ingredients.
No, I'm actually quite curious as well. I've not seen anything like this.
So, where shall we go?
The Lawmaster's manor.
Okay. You head up to the Lawmaster's building. It looks absolutely gorgeous from the outside, spectacular to look at. As you approach, one of the guards, slightly more heavily armoured than the ones outside, holding a glaive in one hand, sees you and says, "Hello, travellers. You're not Drow. You came in, so you must have business here. Who are you here to see?"
We wish to speak with your leader, Lawmaster, whoever's in charge. We've got news for them.
Those are three very different things. Who are you here to see?
Effectively, whoever it would be best to give information regarding what is happening to your country of Braila.
Oh, you'll be wanting to speak with Zulbera Esperon at the Temple of Eliastari.
The temple?
Esperon, we've heard of that name.
Oh my god!
Oh
I
no!
know the name of it. Oh god!
Is everything alright? You seem concerned.
Esperon.
Yes, the Sisters of Esperon are the priestesses of the Temple of Eliastari.
Don't happen to have a sister named Tilladrill at all, do they?
Long ago, I think she left. Family disagreement.
I've just literally now got my head. I'm like, oh no. You know that instrument that I was admiring when we first got introduced? It was a harp. I wonder if it originated from here. Because it had some very interesting properties.
Ian Tilly's harp.
Yeah. Can I perhaps roll maybe some kind of
Sure.
check?
No. Actually, I will say that.
No problem.
In which case, what is this building, can I ask?
This is the home of the Lawmaster.
It might be worth us speaking to the Lawmaster as well, if that would be alright.
It looks a bit. Give me an insight check.
We would like some information to speak with one of her rangers, or their rangers.
A 7. Difficult. He's giving a strange look about someone asking to talk to the Lawmaster, but okay. If you want to speak to the Rangers, then you will need to go to the Rangers' Hold. It's by the cavern entrance into the Underdark.
Yes, and he points to that to the blackest of black.
Yeah. So you don't go in, obviously. That would be stupid. No, there's a building just around that crop of rock. Look for the massive statue of a human. You'll know which one it is.
Okay. Human statue.
I give a thank you.
What? Do you still want to talk to the Lawmaster? I don't think there's anything.
Is it an odd request to speak to the Lawmaster?
Very. Talking to the Lawmaster about events, parties, recommendations on where to get food, that's normal. But actually asking him what needs to be done for the protection and the good of the people, that's kind of outside of his wheelhouse.
That will be due to our ignorance. We did not realise that the Lawmaster here is concerned with those.
Well, concerns one word. It keeps him out of trouble while the people who actually run things are doing stuff.
I see.
Right. If everyone wants to give me a history check, you are welcome to it.
I'm try. Straightforward. 11.
It's just going to be a straight roll.
Is that an intelligence?
It is. Narlock with advantage, please.
12.
14.
21.
Okay,
with
so
no
everyone
knowledge.
passes enough to know this. So the Drow as a society, even those who start to come up and become more a part of the upper world rather than the underworld, are inherently matriarchal. They are run by women. That said, they run themselves via a council, so you'll have a religious leader, a military leader, that sort of thing, and typically all of them will be women. They do have what they refer to as the Archon, or male leader, and it's basically very much a token male on the council, just to say that they're inclusive, just to say
We're really inclusive. Look, we hired a man.
and to be honest, a lot of things do cross over, and there's a lot of rumours that spread saying that the Archon is basically the best male to sleep with. That's how they get their role. Basically, all Archons sleep their way to their position.
It's Ganon!
What was that?
One is the arse end of society.
Can I ask? So I'm guessing this guy's basically just a himbo. I'm not asking that in RP. I'm just assuming that the guy in charge here is actually. You said he just does party planning and stuff.
Pretty
so I'm
much.
assuming. Yeah, this is just the local himbo. This is
Pretty
Gaston.
This is the best lay in town.
So
I need to be a friend of Salige's.
so instead of Lawmaster,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna reach.
Laymaster.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly what I'm thinking. Yes.
We called them Lawmaster because that's what people from the outside come speaking, so it just seemed appropriate to make it him. Then we realised that people were basically coming to him with actual problems, and he started to. He wasn't coping.
Right.
This is very pretty.
Oh yes, I think yes, it's very nice. Yes.
Okay. Right then. So, I guess so to the party. Shall we head to the Rangers? To the Rangers enclave, or shall we to the temple?
Is the
Temple is next door.
Well, we're so close. Yeah, I didn't realise we were that close.
I want to clear up this messy business about Tilly. I want to find out the dark secrets there.
You want black? You don't. You want blackmail material.
I think just with that sort of point when we're getting ready, I sort of get the lyre out and just retuning it. I was like, "Yep, sounds good." Deep breaths.
Okay.
Head to the temple.
You approach the temple, and you see a number of people outside, clearly praying. Stepping up to the large doors, they are closed at present.
Bang, bang.
Okay, so both Celadine and Narlock knock on the large wooden doors. There's a brief smattering of talking behind you. Does anyone speak Undercommon?
I might.
Definitely not.
No, but I can. Let's see. Oh no, I have read language, not understand language.
No, you wouldn't let me take Undercommon.
It didn't really make sense.
Yeah, I took Infernal and Giant instead.
Okay.
I might have. I have tongues.
If you wanted to cast it, you would be able to understand what they're saying.
Nice.
That said, it does take a moment to take effect.
Yeah. Well, it's. I kind of get the general gist. It's like, oh my god, what are they doing? Are they blasphemers?
Check.
I kind of get the feeling that's like, oh, they're breaking the tents. What are they doing? They shouldn't be doing that. That's not allowed. Oh, that's 6. Shit.
No, you just hear whispering. You don't really know what's going on. Anyone else wants to make an insight check, you're welcome to.
Insight.
I do your insight. Yeah.
Nice. 21.
None that 20.
Woo!
Likewise, not that 20.
Okay, so Zed is confused by this sudden muttering and very focused on the doors waiting for them to open. The three of you get the impression of, ugh, tourists.
Do you think that we should just go in?
don't know. Should we just go? You know what? Hang on, we're being silly. Why don't we ask someone?
Yeah.
Is there a guard or someone around who's got a uniform?
No guards, just people.
Alright, I'm going to go up to one of the people who looks least offended.
Before you actually manage to make very much of a move, the door does open a crack, and you see the face of a Drow woman. And he says, "You're not from around here, are you?"
What gave it away?
I would say the pale skin. But, what do you want?
What can I say, miss? Two half-orcs, a half-elf, and a halfling walk up to a temple. It's like the setting of a very good joke.
I was thinking along the same.
Or a very poor pickup line.
Father Zed here, sorry.
We would like to speak with the leader here concerning the situation in Braila, and also to pay respects to the lady of the. Is she the waxing or the waning moon?
So she is the waxing moon.
And also to provide offerings to the lady of the waxing moon.
She kind of looks you up and down for a moment, and then sees the pin of Fenrir Sulfur.
Oh no, I'm just holding like I got the lyre. Just ready.
Is it particularly urgent?
It is.
Rather. We have inside information. Things might be a lot more urgent than you realise in Braila.
Alright, come on in. But I do warn you, if you misbehave, you may offend someone.
What the heck was that?
I wrote a piece of paper saying "Roberto, behave," and I've just flung it at him, but at the top of his so don't misbehave. Well done.
Okay.
What kind of am I human? Am I?
No.
In that case, how might I address you, sister, miss?
Call me. Just call me Sister Tilda.
Okay. Sister, in that case, disregard my prior joke, and I will not say any more.
The joke is fine. Just you'll see when you come in. And she opens the door to let you all in.
Thank you.
As the door closes behind you, you see that she is completely naked.
Oh.
Stunningly attractive.
That's,
Drow.
my god is naked. This does not bother me.
Yeah. Come with me. We will need to go to the moon chamber. And she walks ahead of you. And as you are walking through, you see other priestesses of Eliasteri, and they are all naked. There are no men in here. The only men in here are you three. There are Drow women playing harps. There are Drow women practicing sword fighting. Just all in these different chambers. As you start to get forward,
Saladin is blushing furiously and staring at the ground or the ceiling the whole time.
as you get forward, she holds you up to her. Now this is where it might get a bit strange. If you want to come in right now, you will all have to disrobe. Clothing is a hindrance to the soul.
May I bring my offering? May I bring my offering?
Even so, the offering chamber is still further in. If you want to come in now, you will have to disrobe. If you want to wait, you can wait, and someone can come see you in about an hour. But you will have to wait.
Is there a place where I can place my possessions?
Over there. And she kind of points to the table, just off to one side.
Zed and Zed pats the Tibbles, and he heads over to the table and starts taking off his armor.
I am trying. Sorry.
May I hang on to my, and I get out my amulet of helm. May I hang on to this while I'm in there?
That shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
You two, if you did not wish to come in, Celadine, you can wait here.
It's down to the party. You were given 3 chances to just wait.
I'm literally going straight to the table. I'm trying to be calm. I'm excited,
Give
but
me a wisdom save.
not in that.
Yeah,
kind of way,
not in that. You're excited to see lots of naked.
And also because swords, I want to play the music as well. I'm like, I've not been in a situation where I have to disrobe along with all these other.
Yeah.
So, wisdom.
Can I step to one side of the Drow priestess lady?
Yes.
I do really want to. I've got very important information, but I really, really don't want to take all my. Could I at least keep my cloak on or something, please?
Give me a moment. And she heads inside. You?
I rolled a 5.
Yeah, you ain't coping.
I'm just like,
You are struggling to take your armour off.
yeah, I'm literally I'm sweaty, I'm excited, but red, I'm like.
So, are you disrobing at all while you wait, or are you just going to wait for a bit?
Celine will step over to the table, but keeping her cloak on. She is putting her dress on the table. She's keeping the cloak she's got wrapped tightly round her, like it's undressing under a towel at the beach.
Yeah.
And holding her cloak very tightly closed.
I will just at this point I've got Malaya kind of in the front, so.
Okay, so all 3 men are completely naked. Celadine is wearing a cloak.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll have taken Measley's cloak off of him.
I will say that you just have to think of it as it is but nature. Like getting a bath. You're in the room where the bath is going to be, essentially.
If any of you ever want a bit of a giggle, genuinely read up on the practice of the Eliastri priestesses. All are completely naked, but it is considered a sin to treat it as anything other than just a thing.
Okay.
That's all very well and good for you 3, but as it happens, the only people who have ever even seen me without my clothes on are my parents, and that's when I was a baby.
That is understandable. But it is something that you will have to get over at some point in your life. Whether you choose to do that now or later is completely up to you. But on my advice from my life experiences, it would be the quicker you get something done, the quicker it's out of the way.
I just step forward and gently place my hands on her shoulders and just like, don't worry, it won't be for long. Remove fear.
Oh. You are without fear.
Oh God.
Now, being without fear doesn't mean that you automatically go, yes, disrobe! But it means you're not as nervous about only wearing your cloak.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
This is all solely for religious practice, and that is all it is.
I can do the same. I can give you a little bit of confidence as well too, if you want, Roberto.
I'm
I
rather.
think what Roberto probably needs is a bit of a
Cold
cold
shower.
shower.
I'm there and I'm holding and I'm shaking because I am excited, nervous, and
You're holding your lyre down.
Oh, just if we are having to disrobe, I will also have pulled the patch off my robe of useful items. That is a coffer made of silver that's about 500 gold value.
Nice.
I'm assuming that a coffer, by that you mean a box?
Yeah, it's a box about that big.
Yeah, so basically I'm now holding a big silver jewellery box looking thing.
Basically, yeah.
Oh wait, I put it on the table with the robe still wrapped around me.
I mean, you could. To be honest, the robe has clips that go down it, so you can almost like pin yourself. So it's almost like you're still wearing a robe.
Okay.
After a few moments, the priestess returns. Well, that went a little bit easier than we thought. I was going to say, if you're quite happy to wait about 15 minutes, we can have a very quick pause, and you could all come in your clothes, but seeing as you're all disrobed now, it's up to you. You can... Clearly some of you are not comfortable, and clearly some of you are, kind of looks down at you.
I just have this stupid grin on my face. I'm trying to look as innocent as possible.
Who is responsible for the halfling?
I need an adult.
Like, collectively, we all are, but in this situation, I will be. I can say I have a woman I expect to make my wife back home, so I am very much of a single-track mind, I shall say.
I think he's just stunned by how beautiful all of you are, sister.
And I just don't want to say anything inappropriate because I know this is important religious practice. I just want to play a bit of music as part of the offering. I was not expecting any of this.
Anyone use chill touch?
Do you want to touch Robato's junk? She's looking at Celadine a bit confused by that. It's like, Surely he's used to being around a sister elf. Yeah. Everyone's a bit strange. Alright, if you want to stay as you are, that's quite fine. We can go in.
Zed picks up the great sword and also a bag containing 50 silver pieces.
I have an idea.
Right.
Narlock is going to take the empty jar he has from the surströmming, smear a bit of it, and hold it under Roberto's nose so that he is so disgusted by that.
No offense, it's not like he's walking around tackle up.
No, he is.
Oh fuck, okay, I thought you just said he was all sweaty and nervous.
That's why I've got the liar.
No, sorry, I think as guys we were doing that guy thing where it's like, we know what we're talking about there. Yeah, just to make it clear for YouTube audience, Roberto is rock hard.
I'm not playing the liar with my hands at this point.
The thing is though, if he's holding the lyre down though, with every step you'll hear a dilin, dilin, dilin.
Give me a constitution check against poison.
Oh no.
Which means you do have advantage. Oh wait, no, you have an improved resistance in first edition. So check your poison save.
Yeah, it's 9.
Okay, you got to get 9 or higher with 1 dice.
Okay.
God.
For the green.
10.
Yes, just.
You are unaffected by the systemic. It fucking reeks, and it distracts you enough that it's not as obvious what's going on. You are all led inside the temple of Eliastre into the moon chamber. Within, you find some 24 drow women, many of which are lounging, relaxing in pools of cool silvery water, some of which are practicing swordsmanship with great swords, but the way they're fighting looks more like a dance. And the sound of harp, lute, lyre, all manner of string instruments fills the chamber as you walk through. As you walk through, you notice a few eyes looking at you, but clearly this woman has come in and warned her sisters
That the weirdos are coming.
Yes.
that people are coming to see the matriarch.
We're tourists, alright.
I kneel and bow in respect.
To just the people around.
I thought we were taken up to the matriarch.
No, you're being taken to the matriarch.
Okay, yeah.
You're going through the lunar chamber.
Oh, it's meant to. Is it alright if I've still got my necklace on as well?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Just to try and distract myself, because everyone else is playing, I'm going to try and play on the lyre as well to see if I can.
Give
Practicing
me
up a bit.
an insight check.
Okay. Inside cheese. 9.
As you go to strum a few notes, the one with you places a hand on his wrist like, now is the inappropriate place? And she leads you through.
I just nod. I'm just like,
Yeah. Okay. Heading out of the lunar chamber, you find yourself at a set of stairs that spiral up and around, and eventually you're looking down into the lunar chamber. There are 2 women ahead of you. One woman, beautifully adorned with a mixture of tattoos in silvery colours, piercings about her lips, ears, eyebrows, fuck it, nipples.
Very familiar, dare I say?
She is the spitting image of Tilly, but slightly older, as far as you can tell in regard elves. The woman next to her is a female elf in her much more ancient years. The very slight wrinkle just coming under the eyes, the laugh lines of a happy life, just highlighting the corners of her ears and eyes and cheeks. Elves, once they hit a point, don't really age very much. If you were to see an elf that actually looked ancient, that is an elf that has had a stressful life. This woman clearly has not. And from what you can see is the only person here wearing any scraps of clothing. But it is a completely see-through silk robe. Has everyone seen 300?
Mm-hmm.
Stuff the seer women wear.
Yeah. It's that style of floaty, see-through material.
Mm-hmm.
Mother, grandmother, these are the people who needed to see you. Both women nod directly to Zed, recognizing a priest of Fenris Sulfur.
Yes. Well, I do have a dog here, as long as he's not sniffing where he's not meant to.
You came in with a dog, and you do have a sense of air to yourself as a cleric. And these are priests as well. They'll know. They give a very deep nod to Celadine as a sister elf. And to Roberto and Narlock, they look curious at the 2 of you. Narlock, they give you a slight nod, and Roberto, they look confused and intrigued.
I just give a slight nod in respect,
Very good.
but very red in the face.
Yeah. How can we help you? We don't usually see people inside of our temple, except at certain times, but my daughter told us that this was important.
Forgive our intrusion. We've come with information regarding the situation in Braila, and also to pay respects to the Lady of the Waxing. I have an offering, and having spoken with her recently.
Let us go to the offering chamber, and we can talk. And the 3 women lead you, 3 generations of priestesses of Eliastery. As they lead you into a back room, you can see the statue of Eliastery made in beautiful obsidian glass. The spitting image of what you saw in your dream, Zed, for the rest of you, she looks like an exemplary beautiful drow woman. Truly a goddess. If she was not a goddess, then she would not be so pristine, quite frankly. The beautiful harp, a mithril greatsword, rests in a corner. Everything in here is either made of obsidian or mithril.
My ladies, can I just ask, are we to address you as Matriarch Esperon, Priestess Tilde? I'm afraid
High Priestess Esperon, says the woman that looks like Tilly. This is my mother, Matriarch Esperon.
Okay, I didn't want to...
And the old woman nods. Just slightly intimidating look in her eye.
Oh, I'm intimidated, don't worry. You don't need to make me roll for that. I'm definitely intimidated.
It's just, you look her in the eyes, and it's like even as she looks away, her eyes are following all of you.
So don't worry, Celadine is extraordinarily intimidated by all this.
Considering our AC is what, 0?
You'd all be at AC, whatever your dex mod is.
It doesn't matter, trust me, she's intimidated.
Oh, yeah, you ain't getting the fight here.
Oh, I mean that she's...
No, she's intimidated, yes.
Yeah, okay.
I'm
Yes.
fighting with myself.
Yes, clearly. And you're liar.
Yeah.
You liar. Okay.
Okay, so shall we make the offerings first? It would be
Please.
best.
And they let you all make your offerings.
Yeah, Zed approaches as requested, my lady. The sword I carried through training and through my adventures.
You can see the matriarch nod. It is a worthy offering.
Yeah. And I also place the bag of silver next to it.
Yeah.
I approach and I sort of get on one knee and I just say, I understand that you have a passion for music, particularly for harp-rated instruments, so I'd like to perform something for you on my lyre. And then I just sort of think to myself, oh, get this work.
Give me a performance check at disadvantage, because of how this is all set up.
One would have been a nat 20, but I do have a non-nat 20 to go with that.
Okay.
No soured beer this time!
Yeah!
There we go. Your music doesn't carry the magic that it once did, but the music that you play is beautiful and uplifting and appropriate for the reverence that you feel like you should be giving in this place. You have a strange feeling in the back of your head. One of accomplishment, but also that you should probably sleep at least 2 beds away from Zed tonight. For reasons you do not know yet.
Okay.
Okay. Narlock.
Narlock approaches with a small bag of silver, 50 pieces, and it's going to say, from my time coming here, I have taken to an honest hand that has led me on a good path, and that path has been watched over by Helm. So in my offering I wish to give you the first of my righteous earnings.
You can see a nod. All 3 have been worthy gifts, worthy offerings so far.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Right. Celandine will step forward and, oh God. There's absolutely no way she can hold the robe close, so she'll just go onto one knee, so it's just one leg that is out of the robe. She has got good legs, at least.
Yeah.
And put the silver coffer off of her robe of many items onto the offering table.
Yeah, it's basically like a little plinth in front of the statue.
And say very, very quietly, basically under her breath, "You're so, so beautiful."
Nods again from the priestesses as you step away. I think this is a good place to talk about what you are wanting to speak with, Mother. And you see Matriarch Esperon whisper something. Any phrases you catch, it's in Undercommon, which none of you speak. But yes. You said it was something to do with Braila.
You know... Sorry, go on.
That's it. I'll let you speak. Sorry.
You know, obviously, that the Knights and Paladins of Bane are here.
Of course.
You know that they are going to enact a Deus Vult.
We do.
Do you know when? Because we do.
That would be useful information. We are pressing the Rangers to move as many people as they can at a time, but without any expediency, they are taking only about 7 per Ranger.
We have inside information. You have until the 11th month, but it could come much sooner than that.
I see.
You have until Uktar.
That is not long. That is... Do you know when around the Feast of the Moon?
I know that.
In the letter, it said that it will come before the feast.
I know it will come before then,
I see.
but I couldn't tell you when exactly.
Okay. Alright, we can arrange the rangers to take more people, but there is only so much they can do. Do you have another route out of the country?
We are providing some citizens in Braila that we have managed to come across with papers. We have ships leaving from Vestal.
Oswald.
Oswald.
There will be 3 galleons worth of space to take people out. All they have to do is get there and be on the beaches any time in the next month, up till Marpenoth. That's as late as the ships can stay.
Okay. You say you have routes of transit?
We are preparing them.
Forgeries, then.
Yes, very good forgeries, but yes.
Could you provide some to us?
As I feel as another offering, we should maybe provide those that we have now.
Oh, I did not mean as a you would have to give them all up. I'm sure there are other people who need them as much as the people here. But if we could at least have, say, 5, we could begin making our own forgeries.
Ah, okay.
We are priests. Writing is something we are particularly good at. And
They're in my bag of holding.
we will get it from you before you leave. And not wanting to play to any racial standards, but we are still Drow. And there are a few things that we do that are still rather sneaky.
Yeah.
Not to worry. That is, if you have not already guessed, that is my forte among our little group here.
Very good. Is there anything else in the town? We will escort you out via the secondary route. I believe the girls will be most likely. Is it time? And you see her look out. It's like, oh yes. We would rather take you out the back route. I can see that a few of your group is already slightly uncomfortable with what they have seen within, and it is the time for the noonday prayer.
Is it? I turn once more to the statue and bow. And I would also like to thank you for sheltering the remnants of the Hawkmouth tribe.
It's quite alright. They are good people. You know?
I was once one. Before I was cast out about time scale 5. Was it 5 years?
No, it was only a little over. Let's see. You were training for a year. The game so far has been going for about 6 months, so about just shy of 2 years.
Yeah, I was cast out 2 years ago.
Well, clearly they made something of a mistake. Is there anything else you'll need from Drowhold?
We need to speak with one of your rangers. Goes by the name of Traveller.
You see the High Priestess give a little bit of a blush and... Oh, is he in town?
We were hoping you'd be able to tell us.
No, he won't be in town then, I'm afraid. Unfortunately.
We were supposed to seek him out on the word of someone. The Traveller.
Ah, then...
And Caine Blackhart's ghost, if you would believe that.
Well, I think maybe you should go by the Rangers lodge anyway.
Okay.
If just to have a quick look.
And forgive me if I hope this is not impertinent.
We'll see.
We have met a drow of your who appears to be of your lineage. Her name is Tilly.
You see the matriarch, the older drow woman, mutter something under her breath. None of you speak Undercommon, but you're absolutely certain it's a curse. And the High Priest is like, Mother, please, you've met my daughter. Well, one of my daughters.
Yes, we've come to know her quite well.
I do apologise.
Oh, she's lovely. She's talking with a friend of ours.
Oh, I'd be careful then. No, actually, she was never that way inclined.
She seems quite keen on.
Sorry, I didn't mean that in any actual comment there. That was, how do you say it in the common tongue? A bitchy phrase.
She seems quite keen on money.
Material.
Yes, that was the disagreement we had when she left. It would not be so bad if she had an interest in men, or an interest in women, for example, or an interest in the arts, or the interest in anything else. But when she started taking from the offering pile, then we felt that it was best for her to leave and make her offerings to Eliastri in her own way.
So she's keen on wealth, then?
Yes, particularly platinum.
Celandine started chewing her lip and looking extraordinarily worried.
She is currently in Glendoral. If the news is welcome to you.
It is news. She has been in many places. We hear about it from time to time. She does not write at all.
There was only... Actually, no, I'll ask later.
No, go on.
Could I... Obviously, I know this is a temple, it's your sacred place, it's... I wouldn't like to intrude, but could I possibly come back a little later on my own? Like I would need to speak...
If you're going to come back, I would recommend coming at nightfall.
Thank you.
No problem.
That's all I believe I've got to say. Thank you so much for your time.
Not a problem at all. And you are more than welcome as long as you're here. And you're led down by the three women.
They give us our stuff back, right?
Oh yeah, your stuff's all there waiting for you.
I'm guessing Roberto and Celandine die for it as soon as they see it.
I kind of like... right. It's just accepting the fact, yep, it's back to reality now.
No Nirvana for you today.
Not today. But I've had a very good time.
You've got, if nothing else, you've got some lovely memories.
Oh yes, amazing memories.
Oh, definitely. And I realise now, look, I can now Pimmelai with no hands.
Yeah, it's an impressive trick. I know you performed in Drowhold, folks.
I think this is I think that was in the key of oh fuck.
I think it was in the key of fuck me.
Yeah.
Please.
Just look at it.
This is a song called Roberto in the key of simp.
Please just breathe near me.
Please, go spell you.
Oh.
Come back on pictures of your feet.
Zed probably takes a little bit longer than all of you because he has to put his armor back on.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, I suppose that we're all a little bit closer now.
Speak for yourselves, very much so, says Celandine, still dressing under her robe like a 16-year-old girl at the beach under a towel.
Here, let me help with that. The younger one helps you type with honest.
Thank you.
No problem. That a night metalware.
Oh, come on, everybody knows my sexual preference is yes.
On the carriage.
You showed remarkable control.
Yes, well, I've been thinking of someone.
Aww.
Aww. Oh, even Tibbles goes.
Okay. You're free to Drowhold. They do take 5 copies of the.
Already sorted that.
Fantastic. They inform you that they can probably be producing them quite regularly over the next few days and weeks. They could between some of their best scribes, they'll be able to produce about 100 a day.
I'll let them know that
They should be. Obviously, I gave them the dates already.
Yeah.
Wait on the beaches at night. There'll be a woman with a massive Bane tattoo on her back. She is friendly.
Okay.
She's usually drunk, but I don't know if she is when she's at sea.
Mm-hmm.
Her name's Lana. She's the captain. Or there'll be a large, hairy man who also smells like he drinks a lot. His name's Captain Rugsmell. He's also friendly.
Understood. Alright, we'll pass that information on. Thank you.
Okay, once we're all sorted, anyone else got any business in the temple?
I have, but later.
You want to come back later?
I want to come back later on my own, yeah.
So the thing with the Rangers, as I was saying, when you get there, it's pretty much empty. It looks like all the Rangers who might be there are out at the moment. But the thing the High Priestess clearly wanted you to see was the 15-foot tall marble statue of Caine Blackhart I. And the name of the lodge is the Blackhart Rangers Lodge.
Oh.
It's definitely not like this in Torgaval.
No.
This, from what you remember of meeting Caine Blackhart I in ghostly form, this is probably where he was more comfortable.
He told us to seek out his sword here. He said it's in the hands of Traveller. Should we ask at the...
Is there a receptionist or, what we'd say, someone looking after the lodge?
Oh.
Nope.
Is there anyone here at all?
A couple of guards. That's about it.
Excuse me, sirs.
Yes.
You don't know if any of the Rangers have come back at all, do you?
I think the last few left about an hour ago.
Okay.
Taking the next few to the southern west.
When any of them come back, are you on duty here often?
Quite often.
Do you think you could, if within the next 3 days one of them comes back Traveller, could you please tell him there are people...
Oh, if it's travel, there's no chance of him turning up in the next few days. We only see him maybe like once every decade.
Do you happen to know where he's venturing at this point?
He is a lord to the Underdark. From what people tell us, he can travel from one side of the world to the other in less than a day, using the Nexus. He could be anywhere on Thalaland.
Oh, what if he's in the Underdark?
The Nexus is the Underdark.
Look, if he does happen to come back in the next couple of days, which I know is very unlikely at this point, could you please tell him that we're looking for him? We have something that belongs to a friend of his.
Okay, we'll let him know if he turns up. Who told you to seek him?
Would you believe Caine Blackhart?
Pull the other one.
Am I lying?
No, but fair enough.
Are we near the entrance to the Underdark?
Are you asking the guards?
Yeah.
Yes, about 15 feet down there you will enter the Underdark proper. I don't recommend it unless you have a guide.
Well, we need to be here for a day or two anyway, don't we? So I don't think it would be an idea to enter the Underdark, but maybe there's a way of... Maybe there's some magical way that we can somehow get in contact.
I'll have a look through my spells, see if I've got anything, but I don't think a spell exists that lets me send messages.
First edition.
Bastard.
Maybe we might be able... I might try to see if I can promote some divine intervention. Maybe one of the Lunar Pantheon can reach him, if they are willing.
True, it sounded like he must go to the Temple of Eliastri. Can't believe I'm the one going to suggest this. We could try and scry, I suppose. I don't want to.
Would Bane know if we tried?
I think.
From what you know about scrying, Bane is the conduit if Celadine uses it. As far as you know.
May I?
Doesn't Fenrisulfa get? Doesn't Fenrisulfa get a narc on when you do that?
Then only when he relies on it, I think it is.
When I rely on it, but I'll ask him tonight if he can give me guidance with it.
Okay. Well, I think we've done all we can do here then. I wanted to pop into that shop and hopefully top up my components because I'm getting a bit short on magical ingredients.
Okay. Yeah,
and maybe
absolutely.
buy some paper and stuff as well.
Yeah, they have paper supplies, magic supplies, everything you need.
Is there enough for me to knock off that extra bit of money I need, or would that go off?
You are going to be here for 2 days. How much more do you need to spend on it?
I think it's 3,000 GP I still need to spend on it.
You could purchase 1,000 gold pieces and be able to put work in over time. Any more than that, it would probably go off.
Alright, how much platinum is that?
1,000 gold and platinum would be 200 platinum in first edition.
Oh, hang on, never mind, I've got it in gold. What was it again, sorry?
1,000.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
I forgot there's gold in the bag of holding as well.
In regard to topping up your components pouch, about 50 gold.
Awesome. Thank you.
No worries. What about the rest of you? You've got a couple of days downtime in Drowhold.
Yeah, do you mind if we put a pin in it soon? It's alright, because I have to be up early for work.
Yeah, no worries. We'll get to the end of Drowhold and then we'll call it there.
Okay.
Well, I think Robante's going to need to go for a quick bath.
There's plenty of places you can get a bath in town. No problem. Knock off 2 gold.
Fantastic.
You wanted to see the priestess at night.
I wanted to go back to the temple.
Yeah. And Zed, you wanted to scry, yes?
When the moon is out, I find a place away from everyone, and I reach out to see if I can see if Fenris is willing.
Okay, give me a roll.
$13.
You know the name. You know a connection. You see a man, a drow man. Purple hair rather than silver. He appears to be talking to someone in a cavern. Thick red smoke fills the cavern. You can't hear anything through a scrying wall, unfortunately. But you can see this drow that you assume to be Traveller.
Big red smoke.
As the image fades, you hear a voice in the back of your head. The familiar voice at this point. You have beseeched his powers to seek, so he has a small route in to commune a simple message to you. Kick the halfling. And that's it. You get the impression of deep-seated jealousy at the moment, or jealousy.
I'm just going to make this point right now that when we do settle down, I'm staying 2 beds away from Zed. I'm doing...
You don't know about this!
No, he was recommended to stay 2 beds away from you, though.
Yeah.
Eliestri sent him a message saying, stay 2 beds away from Zed.
I'm staying well away.
You get the impression that, Fenrisulfa has a bit of a crush on Eliestri.
Oh, good!
I just like, what?
That's it, he's gone.
Well, sorry Fenrisulfa can't play an instrument.
No good.
Except his own.
No, his claws would tear the strings.
Look,
Yeah, of course. You wanted to go back to the temple, yes?
I did, yes.
Okay.
Oh god. Okay, yeah.
You walking in, you find all the priestesses dressed.
Oh, good. Good, so I'm not going to offend them by staying dressed myself
No.
then.
Hell, yes, we said come at nightfall because then we wear clothes, because it is cold.
Oh, right. Yes. Alright, I'm going to make myself sound really stupid here, and I know I am. Eliestri, is she... I know she's the goddess of the moon. Anything else?
Goddess of sword fighting, music, of being good.
That's nice. So she's not the goddess of, like, beauty or anything like that, then?
No.
So this is just gesturing to her. This is just, like, natural for you.
Natural for you as well.
Yeah.
You're an elf. Everything you do is beautiful. We are elves.
See, everyone says that about elves, but I've never really felt like that. I feel sort of gangly and awkward, and Tilly's back in my hometown with someone I very much care about, and you said she likes money, and I know he's really, really, really well off.
You worry he might stray?
It's not really mine to stray from, but yes.
Do you trust him?
I don't know. I actually came here to ask you, can you teach me to... I mean, how do you do it? Just be walking around and being so confident and beautiful all the time? I wish I could do that. I wish he'd look at me like everyone looks at Tilly.
You will stay with us tonight. And for the next night, you do stay at the Temple of Eliastri. And this is actually the first time in your life you've actually spent time around other elves. Properly. And you can see why they all walk around with that confidence, that air. You start to see that a lot of them actually do look a lot like you. It's the difference between a way of looking and a way of walking. And a lot of these women have grown up with an innate confidence, not just that they are beautiful, but they are intelligent and they are powerful. Something in the way that the Drow society is built. It grows its women to be powerful, but also smart. Something that you were always taught was mutually exclusive things. You can be one or the other.
So I'd probably have told them about the pretty in a plain sort of way.
There's a bit of tittering while some of the girls are braiding your hair, weaving silver silk into your hair because it matches the black tones. These are all women who understand having a light tone of hair matches something dark, like black silk. You have black hair, so it matches silver silk. And it's just it's a nice experience for you. And while you're there, you hear lots of stories about Tilly, and some of the ones you hear, you grow a bit less concerned about White Band being interested in the Drow woman. You think she is exclusively one and not the other. You can be born beautiful and work on intelligence. You can be born intelligent and work on beauty, but if you focus just on one, you'll be unbalanced. And while you're there, you learn the level of balance. One other thing that happens, and this is something happens to both Zed, Narlock, Roberto, and just everyone. Okay? And then we'll call it there before you guys leave Drowhold on the 20th of the 8th month. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You have that green dream again. This one's slightly different. A bit more structured. Not just a nice dream, but a clear dream. You can see Bane in your dream, and you can see Richter. They are miles away. It looks like they're walking towards you, but every step they take towards you, they get further away. As if they're walking on a treadmill, but backwards. The green around you swirls and rises up like a green ghostly cloak. In fact, it's so much a ghost that you remember from your childhood, it's got like the eye cut out and a smiley face, and there's like a pink bit of felt coming out, and it's like... Blah, 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 blah. It's the silliest thing that you can absolutely imagine. And then as the cloak bobs, the giant figure of a male, lower jaw, green cloak covering his eyes and nose. Coming down, you can see clean hands, palms, clean of any work that may have ever happened, nails, a beautiful green tone. Just looks at you and just... Well, you can't see his eyes, but you feel him look at you. Don't worry, you'll meet him eventually. And those two won't be talking to you for a little while. Riddle me this. And you spend a evening dreaming of variable riddles and mind puzzles and clever little intricate stories.
Oh, the Traveller.
I like that one.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that one. Roberto, you dream of home, but your home is different to what you remember. You're not dreaming of the rolling hills of Tulok or the spinning yarns of Halfton. No, the dream that you're having is of Glendorrel, of Torgaval, of walking the edge of the Blue Mountains on your way to Dale. People milling about, laughing, enjoying the summer weather. A voice in the back of your head. Don't worry, you'll have yours eventually. You'll see. He's watching you, you know. And he's got big plans for a little halfling like you. That's it. Narlock. Your dream is calm, but in a strange way. It's... You can see yourself below you, sleeping in the Temple of Helm, before the armour of Helm. And as you're sleeping, watching the platinum armour, you see the armour reach down, pat you on the shoulder, and cover you with a blanket. When you were there, you always thought that the priest had been the one to put the blanket over you.
Oh. The armour moved on its own?
Helm still has his eye on you, and is interested to see where you go with your oath. Ned, you dream of a party. A fantastic party. Forest. Winterful and snowing. The two women from before, Eliastri and Sehanine, are joined by the ghostly figure of Fenris Ulfa. You can see the miniature Malar trapped behind the Electrum cages, and it is a good night. It is a good dream. Can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
19.
You are awoken. You wake yourself up sometime around 2-3 o'clock in the morning as the moon hangs high overhead, beginning the waning process into the days of Sehanine and then to Malar before making its return towards the days of Fenrisulfur. You wake up, Boot, about halfway in the air, directly in front of Roberto's bed. You have woken up before you have kicked him, but clearly you were about to kick him in your sleep.
I'm going to deliberately go back to that temple and play just to piss Fenrisulfur off some more.
He is a petty god.
Well, I've got bloody Merkel to worry about as well. Christ, that's 2 gods I have a thing about me now.
Oh, that dream, the voice was female.
Oh.
It was, sorry,
Okay.
similar to my Merkel voice. It was meant to be a female voice.
Oh. I'll make a note of that.
It was.
So, did you say we'd be leaving on the 20th?
Mhm.
That means, okay, because today's the 18th, according to my rule.
Yeah, you're right there as the 20th.
Okay, right, we're spending 2
Basically-
days.
Basically, all the things that happen, you spend 2 nights actually at the Temple of Eliastri, having just a lovely time. Do you actually join them for the moon day? Like, during the daylight hours, they basically explain to you that they are naked. As long as it's daylight hours, men aren't really allowed, to be honest. It was a special circumstance for your friends to be allowed in.
Of course. So we're staying... So how many days would it be?
2. So you arrived on the 18th, the 19th is like downtime, leave on the 20th.
I'll say she wears the cloak still, but about halfway through the service, if she's starting to get comfortable, just undoes the clasp and carries it round with her instead.
Yep. Everyone, as soon as that happens, gives you a big...
Oh, don't, please, no. That makes it worse, okay?
Yeah, but
Drawing attention to it makes it really awkward. She would immediately put the cloak back on, so...
yeah.
If we've got the downtime as well, I'm going to assist Narlock with creating the writs.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was going to spend the time over the couple of days making the...
Okay. Give
Okay.
me a roll with advantage then, because you're being assisted.
It's much better. What am I rolling off of?
Just tell me what you roll.
16.
You produce a further 32.
Ah, perfect. Okay.
Is it 62 altogether?
Can you knock off, I'd say about 100 gold pieces of supply materials?
Is that me or them?
Whoever wants to dump it.
Do you want to... Sorry?
No, me and Zed just shook hands on that. Just success.
Can I say as well? The next morning, just because I don't want to appease Fenrisulfur, I wake up at dawn, ready for breakfast, and I just kind of give. Okay.
Tips Roboto!
I think he just kicked Roberto in the butt at breakfast.
No, it's to get him out of bed.
Oh,
Tipped him out of the...
you got tipped.
I just kind of a gentle boot. But
just
no,
thought
I
you
did what he asked.
Kicked him, anybody asks?
Oh, by the way, I've knocked the money off for the materials out of the group money, just so...
One thing that does happen to you.
Excellent.
The last evening of you being in Drowhold, you are invited to a sparring match with some of the Sisters of Eliastri.
Nice.
It's not quite the kind of sword fighting that you're used to, it's great sword fighting, but they're happy to spar with you. And it's actually quite similar to how you fight in yourself.
Okay.
It's that very dancing, very quick movements. It's impressive watching these women use great swords and dance with them, but even so, you do keep up and you have a very good night.
Can I also make a request to play one more song to...
You're actually invited back.
Good, because I'm going to play another song because I want to, for respect, but I want to piss Fenris off a bit more, because, let's just face it, I just want to play something, just to be nice, and they get to get involved.
Hold on. You don't actually know about Fenrisulfur's connection in this situation. You don't. Unless Zed has told you that his god has told him to kick you. You don't know.
Yeah.
Just know.
I haven't told him.
I'm still gonna play.
Yeah, you can still play. But in character, you would not
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So play to your character.
Okay.
But yeah, you're actually invited back to play with musicians the same night that you are asked to join them with the sword fighting. You and Celadine, you actually see Celadine kind of the first time you've seen her in a day or so. She seems to be having a very nice time, and you spend another night at the temple.
There's one last thing I wanted to ask them.
Sure.
I will actually have shown the, is it the matriarch, whoever's with me?
It's the High Priestess,
The High Priestess.
mostly.
I will have shown her the letter I've just had from White Band and say, I don't know how to flirt through letters, as you can probably see. I think I just keep ending up putting a lot of news and stuff, and I
Kind of
think
looks over the letter.
he's not really been around long enough to know what it is to love somebody, and I think I'd like him to.
How long was his last letter to you?
Oh, but it's 3 pages.
I think you're both doing fine.
Oh.
Double-sided?
Not far off, some of them.
Single-sided.
There's one other thing that I'd like to do as well. I want to visit the lodge again, or if no one appears there,
No.
I head to the matriarch
Okay.
and just. I mean, even if I have to go during the day,
They do ask you to come back in the evening when
Yeah.
after nightfall, but you are allowed in after nightfall.
Okay. Yeah. I ask her if about the Underdark and about anywhere with red smoke.
Red smoke. That sounds like the forge of the. That sounds like the forge of the gods. It's a open volcano, just outside the southern wastes. The other place that could be would be Grover's Pit. If you're asking which one Traveller would be more likely to be at, I would expect him to be at the Forge of the Gods. I can't see him wanting to commune with the ancient red worm Grover.
If he's at this forge, then is it likely that he will return soon, or?
If he is there, he is most likely waiting for something.
Would it be long from here to reach it?
If you wanted to go directly from here, it would take you a month. And it would be to go through the southern wastes.
We'd have to cross the waste.
Yes.
We don't have time for that. Is it possible to send a message with Caine?
Try and get a hold of Traveller, but he is a force unto himself. A ranger dedicated to the travelling of the Underdark, under the watchful eye of the Spider Queen herself. He is a devout worshipper of love.
I see. But if he has not appeared before the time that we leave, would it be okay if I left a message with a ranger who may be passing at that point in the Underdark?
We can arrange with him. We do a lot of work with the rangers, so we can try and get information to him. But if you have been told to seek him, you will meet him at the right time. He's that sort of person.
I see. My thanks. And yeah, that's all for me, I think.
Okay. Anything else, or we can call that there?
I think that was everything for me.
Yep.
I'll be writing replies at some point in those few days as
Not
well.
a problem. Narlock?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Why was that for a session?
I thought that was pretty good. Did you expect some of that to happen?
No, I don't think I'm going to stop blushing for a good long time, so
There was
that's
a
good.
lot there I did not expect, to be honest.
I had a great time.
You did. Okay, everyone gets 40,000 experience points.
No.